get a long rest.
Hey everybody!
Time you're gonna get soul stuff.
Yeah.
Dick and
Oh,
balls
that,
is what I'm talking about.
oh, you're talking about dick and balls. That's fair. What a way to start the stream. I appreciate it. What's up, everybody? Hello. We're back. Session 26. We've made it past 25, and we've only had minimal character death up until this point. That may all change tonight. We will see.
We've had a lot of dick and balls.
We've had a lot of dick and balls. There's
Not
been
enough.
There's been. Is there enough in the world? Let's be fair. Let's be fair.
Not cool.
Fair. Fair.
How's it going? Welcome in,
7
Aves.
billion dicks, 14 billion balls.
No, how many people?
That's my favorite
There's
kind of
8
math.
billion people on the planet. Half of them are men. Approximately.
Excuse
Were you getting
me?
7
Are you saying
billion?
that women can't have balls?
No.
Kinda weird.
Wow. Okay. Fair. We're going there
I just
today.
came here to play
Wow.
D&D.
I just want to play D&D. Yeah. Okay. Fair
I'm gonna
enough.
slice them undead.
Yeah. You're about to. Anyway, welcome in, everybody. Sorry about that. I'm just going to go ahead and clip that whole section. Welcome in, everybody. We are just starting the stream right now at this exact moment. How is everybody today? We appreciate you guys coming through. A couple quick announcements. Updated the streaming schedule. I'm down to only 4 days a week, including this one. So I'm doing Tuesdays, Thursday, and Saturday now. Yeah, this is the way we were starting. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Anyway, so Tuesday and Thursday we're going to be starting a little later because I'm still adjusting the sleep schedule. And then Saturday's just going to be gaming day. Don't really have anything set in stone. Just going to be playing what I feel like with my friends for the king and stuff. We'll see what happens there. WoW is right. That's where we're at. What about you, Hell's Corp? Anything new coming down the pipeline you'd like to share with the people?
I'm gonna stream this week.
Buddy. Appreciate you being here, even though you're sick. Appreciate it. Anyone
I'm
else got
doing
anything
great.
new and exciting they're doing that they want to promote on the internets? We all just live in the same thing right now. I think the only other person here with a social media presence is Ryan.
Yeah, I've been sleeping.
Hell yeah, can't go wrong with that. All right, well that about covers it. Hell's gonna be streaming, feeling like crap, but looking all kinds of glorious in the emo getup today.
Squared
It's just
outside.
Yeah,
it's
don't
just
forget
a
to visit.
hoodie.
Don't forget to visit hellscorp.square.site to get all your gaslighting merch and goods. See, we're doing your promos for you because you're feeling
There's no
shitty today.
gaslighting merch there. You're just crazy.
Oh,
No,
Oh,
there,
wow.
it's there. You should buy it.
it's there and you should fucking buy it right now. Yeah.
No.
Okay, so last session, we leaving Mr. Maker, who was in a bit of a creative frenzy, left him behind in the Cyclops den where he could work for the evening, and the party splitting up made their way the rest of the trip to Maiden's Watch, camping one night in what appeared to be a sunken or a little bit of a cavern lower in the cliff that appeared to have flooded overnight, preventing a couple of you from getting a decent nice rest. But altogether, not the worst experience ever. You made it to Maiden's Rest, where you quickly encountered what appeared to be a spectral guardian of sorts. Just definitely spirit, almost ghost-like in nature, but coming from more of a seemingly a holy type energy, radiating a vibrant gold. The Lady Jenna, champion of Torm, god of courage and self-sacrifice, who quickly realizing the party did not come here to intend any further harm and take anything else from the sacred grounds of the temple, instead confided in them that she had failed in her quest to guard the relics within, specifically one of the pieces of Ropesh that was secretly being kept watch here by a small sect of faithful to the faith of Torm.
Rupesh is the...
That would be the guy whose head you recovered. Yeah.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Yeah, so they got another piece back, basically. It
And
was
a
happens.
BBG.
So for everyone who's kept up with the evil one-shots, we have been piecing together the BBEG and his plans separately, and seeing how that affected. They have managed to find the head,
Wait, hold on.
the torso so far, and an arm was just found as well. What's up?
BBEG?
Yeah,
Big Bad Evil Guy?
yeah, BBEG. BBG also works.
No, I've just never heard BBEG. I love that.
The Bebeg, yeah.
The big,
The big.
The big bad evil
Big.
guy. Yeah, the
Big.
BBEG.
Big Evil Guy.
So discovering that another piece had in fact been reclaimed by the forces of evil. However, they did not leave the temple the way they had found it and choosing instead to corrupt the space within with undead and other nasty entities that have been kind of left guard in case anyone comes peeking by to ask questions. You entered with the Lady Jenna at your side as a companion and compatriot for the duration of this journey as you bring...
She immediately died.
No, she kicks ass. She's great. She's a holy champion. She's fine. However...
I was thinking about what I know about Jenna.
Ooh, savage. Yeah, so this is what happens when people get to like create an NPCs. I just bring them in at random times. I'll have to clip it and send it to her. Anyway. So, there's also Sir JT the Jest, but we haven't met him yet. We'll get there one day. Anyway, you entered the very first chamber, what appeared to be a room with 6 large statues all facing inward, where once it appeared there had been something in the eye sockets that had seemingly been blown out, as if some kind of trap or explosion had triggered such. There are a number of bodies left inside, just dead and rotting. And even then, as Stanislav began to try to detect the presence of anything undead or unholy in the vicinity, quickly registered a presence coming through the southern wall of this room. And you were very quickly assaulted by a party of what appeared to be wraiths and specters that all just came from the wall and began sapping the very life force from your bodies. Mantuka...
Spectre. I barely know her.
Should have just brought some of this. Salt.
Salt. Nice.
Salt was...
Yeah, you salt it. Get near the wraith.
Just put a little...
Phasmo joke. Yeah. Chris plays that now.
Just a typical
Salt ring, yeah.
ghost joke.
Yeah.
Not really a phasmo joke.
Whatever. Just whatever.
It's kind of weird that you kind of like...
Oh my god.
It's like you've never seen Ghost Whisperer, but it's fun.
I have. I've watched an overabundance of paranormal shit. You know this if you would hang out in the Discord for a night. It's all ghost adventures and crappy shark movies. There's no fucking middle ground. No middle ground. You've never once participated in a movie night. Don't even get me started.
Yeah, I don't like watching movies with other people if I can't, have sex with them.
Ah. Well, whoever said that was off the table. Okay.
All right, maybe I'll come by.
I've been waiting for you, Hell's Corp.
I've been waiting in the Discord. My balls are blue. They're blue. Anyway, you were very quickly assaulted by these creatures. Mantuka taking the brunt of the damage, having his very life force siphoned away. Out of game knowledge, basically had your max HP drained by, 14 or 16 points? It was 14, I think. 14. So Mantuka's looking pretty rough. The muscles are not nearly as firm as they looked. The skin is almost tight and dry and cracked in places. Yeah, basically that is where we left off. You were victorious. The bulk of you managing to heal up after the fight. Before we get back to that, however, we're going to quickly zip over to our good friend Mr. Maker. Mantuka, you have advantage on your next roll a roll of your choosing. From JTB.
I love my peeps.
Mr. Makes, yeah, it's because you got your son. You got your son. Yeah, got it. My bad.
This is Mr. Maker Jr. Mr.
Maker Jr. Cool. MM, I got it.
No, that's unnamed intern.
No,
No,
we need a
intern went with you guys.
No, I left him with you because they got a holy ghost companion anyway. I didn't want to kill your intern on cliffs and precarious.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. I don't like NPCing my players and shit because if something goes wrong and they die, I will feel so bad. So you just literally, they left you in a cave working on your stuff. So we're going to zip on over to there. Mr. Maker, who's currently, you are still in the Cyclops den, now completely alone, surrounded by the little bits of scraps of the goats that you weren't able to harvest for food, the skeletons and such. And you're just kind of sitting there while unnamed intern kind of keeps guard on the entrance while you are working away on whatever invention it was that had your attention so fixated that you chose to leave the party and let them go off on their own. What is it you're working on today?
I am working on a new new crossbow bolts of sorts, wherein a super concentrated potion of enlarging and diminishing are going to be present when I have little shrinking darts and growing darts.
Okay. Very good idea. So I believe we haven't worked on this at all yet. This is a fresh idea, brand new.
Well I got the all the ingredients for the potion.
You
got the
figured out
basic design.
how to make the potion. You
That's what I'm
don't
talking
think you
about.
have
Like,
all the ingredients for it yet.
I deconstructed
There's
the potion
rules.
pieces, remember?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, so you know exactly what you need to make the potion, which will make it a little easier for you in the long run. There are specific rules for crafting magic items, and it will take a while to make that potion because it's I believe that's a rare, if I'm not mistaken, or uncommon. I think it's a week plus half the gold cost, if memory serves. I'll have to look at that after. But for now, we're designing some darts. So you basically, if my understanding is, you're trying to make like a tranquilizer crossbow dart, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to sketch out some designs. That's step one. So that'll be Tinkerer's Tool, adding your intelligence and your proficiency bonus, if you like.
Which would be
Doubled because
how do
you
I
have
roll?
expertise, if I remember correctly.
I do remember. How do I roll? Is it just a D20 plus? all
D20
my
plus
shit?
your intelligence and your proficiency and whatever bonuses apply. Yeah.
Okay. Plus my int for Tinker's Tools, not Dex for.
This is intelligence because you're trying to design
Gotcha,
a
okay.
new thing.
So I'll roll int.
Ooh.
That's rough. That's not good. I think I
No.
have something for that though.
Yeah, you also get double proficiency if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, I do. That's plus
So
8.
plus 8 to the
additional-
6 is already 14. So you're looking pretty good already.
But I also can.
Flash of
you know,
genius it if you want to.
Oh,
I can as well.
So
That's another plus 5.
it's 19 total.
And then I think I can also have. I think I can automatically make that a 10 if I'm not mistaken. That might be a different character. Hold on, let me just check. Let me just check real quick. Mm-hmm.
Baby Gregory, where's your goat?
Mm-hmm.
I left
That was,
him
that
outside.
was a rough roll. What's up, Creep Show? How's it going? Welcome in.
He's tied up outside.
That was a,
That's some food.
the goat is, yeah. You left the goat, well, I guess you would have left it with the horse.
Yeah,
You're muted, Chris.
Yeah. Yeah, outside
19.
with Ikesh.
Akash is no more. If we remember,
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's just
Mantukas
outside.
gave
Like
your
my dog, 'cause
your
I
spectral
reset
dog companion a what was it, full
Suplex the
suplex,
fuck
if I
out of
remember
him, yeah.
correctly. You suplexed his dog.
Yeah, he's
I
tied
was
up outside
helping.
by himself, I guess. Oops.
Yeah,
What
he's
he
just
gets for trying to go for the meat in his.
yeah. You don't
Going
fuck
for
with
his meat.
Mantuka or his meat collection, dude. So, Mr. Maker, what was the final total on that?
19.
19. And that one that ends up with a 19 with all your bonuses. Look at you go. That flash of genius really coming in saving you ass. So, with that, you kind of open up your trusty sketchbook, but you begin sketching out the designs for these kind of like tranquilizer-esque crossbow darts. Essentially, like a container that has a needle and an injection device that you could fill feasibly with anything you wanted. Poison, I mean, in theory, a healing potion that you could then shoot into your friends if you really wanted to. But with the 19,
Deals
imagine
for
he...
1d4, it deals 1d4 damage.
Yeah, it's like it's like just a little slight give and take there. So with that, you have managed to effectively sketch out a design and have the entire plan done for these objects. You are going to probably need some kind of forge to properly make these objects and forge them and get them all prepared and everything. You don't exactly have access to, spring-loaded injection devices and such on your person right now.
Spring loaded.
I don't know how you need to describe to me
I'm
how
sorry,
you're
you
making
don't know
things.
how a tranquilizer dart works. It's
Explain
not
it to me.
spring-loaded.
Explain it
It's
to
just
me.
Pressure based, right?
Cool.
So you're thinking of it like a syringe, I think, but it functions more along the lines of the pressure that it's like stopping force, right? It's got like a little thing in the end of the dart, more or less, that it doesn't break, but it like pops through and then like resets afterwards. So like after the pressure stops it with enough force, it pushes the plunger, and then it's kind of like a siphon that like siphons it out of the dart.
Fair enough.
So,
Like those air darts you get at the dollar store where you pull back the thing and it shoots.
yeah, more or less. But
Basically.
just when the dart itself hits, there's another little like diaphragm inside that kind of like
The momentum
lets-
just bursts it. Cool.
yeah, the moment
Roger that.
just kind of lets it out.
So
And
based on
then
that,
because the hole is so small in the bottom, and it doesn't go. By the way, it also doesn't go through the end of the needle.
It comes out the
Tranquilizer
side. That much I
goes
do
out
know.
the side,
Yeah.
So it can go into the veins.
You clearly know a lot about tranquilizing people. I'm a little disturbed by this, but you know what? Hey, nothing surprises me.
When I was gonna make this, I looked up how tranquilizer darts worked fully.
I respect that.
I did research.
I truly do. So based on that,
Now you're on a list.
Yep, that's me.
Now you're on a fucking watch list. Look at you go. So with that, you do have a fully effective, functional design made. At this point, it is a simple matter of, you know, forging, making the objects yourself, crafting them by hand. Such a thing has never been invented before or used by anyone in this. They more just like coat a crossbow bolt in a like a specific toxin or something. No one's really going out there trying to inject potions and other shit into people. So this is a brand new thing. You're gonna have to craft those all on your own, but the designs are done. And like I said, in theory, it could work for literally whatever you decide to put into it, as long as you can introduce it to the blood. Sure, yeah, absolutely. Just to scare people, like, oh fuck, I'm poisoned now. Oh no. However, that's gonna be most of the
antidote if
it's the next big fucking Mr. Maker scheme. We've gone from stink pebbles to I've poisoned you. Here's the antidote. Pay me. I like it.
Yeah.
However, that will take up the bulk of your time here. And as you're kind of finishing the designs and realizing, I think I've reached the point now where I need to get my hands on some kind of forge and actually get in there and tinker these objects and design them and make them myself by hand.
I've got one when I get back to town.
Yep. Several hours do go by, and at a certain point you kind of begin realizing, like, maybe I should try to catch up with the party. This has taken a little longer than I intended it to.
Sure.
Okay. This is fun. So he gets to go through all the obstacles you guys got to go through last time.
Let alone.
Huzzah.
Actually, it's not raining anymore. I believe the rain... No, it was still raining too, wasn't it? Okay, so...
Somebody do a weather check. Come on.
That's not my job. That's not my job.
Somebody in chat, please.
He'll give you the sick kiss and give you the fucking Christmas plague that he's got.
I'll give you the Christmas plague. Come on. Or, alternatively, I will kiss you if you don't do it.
Oh, okay. We're engaging in biological warfare. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, nothing happened. Big Sag for you. As you exit the cavern and into the cliff tops outside, looking down onto the expanse of, I believe, if memory serves. 1 second, I gotta jog my own memory here. Yoink. Or you could render my fucking map. There we go. You exit the cave and look out onto the expanse of the chaotic ocean. Kind of just looking down, it's about 100-foot drop down the side. There's just an expanse of blue sea, just kind of like rippling waves that you can see breaking just as they're coming up to the base of the cliffs there.
Mantuka and Gregory are here. Great.
No, they're not. There's no one here.
Stanislav.
There's no one here. There's no one here. Fuck you.
They're all here.
There's no one here. Fuck you. There is a heavy rain falling, and even as you're looking, you see like thin trails of rain, like waterfalls running off the cliffs that you imagine would not have been there if not for the heavy rainfall over the past 2 days. You know that the party was heading southward along the road. Is it the plan just to follow them and catch up? What would you like to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just follow them.
So you make your way along these cliffs, heading southward towards the lighthouse at Maiden's Rest. You begin to find that over the time it has grown quite slippery. There's a kind of an abundance of moss that is built up here. It's not providing the most stable footing. And as you're running along, I need you to roll me a survival check, please, to try and plot the safest possible route along these cliffs without risking a fall. Based on what you roll, we'll see what happens. Okay, you're good. You do come up to a couple places where it looks like there's
one for that, by the way. I got a 19.
Nice, dirty 20. There's a gap that looks like a few feet, and like you briefly consider jumping it, and you look and see where the landing is. It's quite mossy and very slick looking, and you decide it's probably easier just to like work your way up and kind of shimmy up the little paths along the side and kind of climb over. Yep.
I'm like on... do I see where this path is going? Is it going like above me? Is it like winding around?
It's going like along this cliffside, weaving southward. So basically, if I bring you over to this big map over here. Oh wait, I can bring you to this little map over here. You are basically on this strip of road right here. that's running along these cliffs. It's about 5 feet by 5 feet, and it's kind of just weaving along, moving in a southward fashion. At a certain point, you see, like, if you kind of lean out and, like, look, you can see it just weaving along here, almost like a snake. And then you do see it kind of curve up into a small canyon several 100 meters ahead of you.
Okay.
Yeah. You do manage to, with that 20 survival, avoid the hazard here, and we're just going to streamline this. You do reach a point where you're standing at about a 15-foot gap, and you see a rope bridge that is affixed to two posts at the other end and is just hanging kind of limply there from the side. Like it was cut at this end, ridding you of the path. It's just kind of hanging uselessly at the other side of the ravine.
There's a cliff there, though, right?
Yeah, it is a 15-foot gap across, and there is a 100-foot drop below you, and it is a sheer vertical cliff on your side with just like a thin path where a waterfall has just kind of eroded its way through the rock.
I'm gonna use my grappling hook.
Yeah. What do you don't give me that like how dare you put this meager challenge before me? Like it was there for the whole fucking party. God damn, dude. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that serotonin. We do need more serotonin in here. This is great. Please stick around. Okay. So, you're going to use your grappling hook.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say roll me a ranged attack at disadvantage because it is slick and you are trying... Or you can make a perception check to try and find a reasonable spot to hook it onto. Actually, probably be the best way to go. It's an 18. Still good enough. Doesn't matter. It takes you a minute. You kind of look up and you see what looks like an outcrop of rocks. You can kind of shoot it between and get it wedged. And you fire. And it kind of like twirls off. And you see the rope kind of just wiggle off into the sky. And you hit. You give it a tug. Make sure it's all good. And it is quite firmly affixed in between those rocks. We're swinging across. There's not even a check at this point. I mean, if you want, you can roll me an acrobatics. It's a very low DC because you're grappling hooking, but you are yeah, you're good. Jesus Christ. I don't even know why I give you rolls anymore, dude. What the fuck? No, well done. So you just fire the grappling hook. It hooks on. You take a running start, and then like almost one hand with like effortless ease, swing across the gap, give a little whip to it, unhook it from the rocks, and bring it back to your wrist mount on you there. God damn.
Very nice.
God damn it. You don't want your serotonin anymore. Go away.
Just so you know, Hells, I jumped over that with my horse.
No, of course I already...
So I can ban him.
Did you ban him? Don't come in my fucking chat and promote your business. Fuck you. Sorry, what were you saying, Chris?
Hells, I jumped over him with that gap with my horse.
Hell yeah.
And almost died. Almost died. That was Mantuka. That was unrelated. Mantuka exploded the horse.
Summoned a dog so that we could get a sniffer, and then the dog tried to eat his jerky, and he suplexed the dog into oblivion.
Yeah, it was a whole event. However,
that was goat jerky.
It was. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. He fed the goat.
Jerky.
He fed the goat jerky and made it into a cannibal.
Goat family.
That was the whole thing.
I thought we only didn't acid like one.
Oh no, I killed them all.
He killed them all and converted them into meat and then cooked them
But
overnight.
I also killed at least half of them with acid.
Yeah, but the ones you didn't cook with acid or melt with acid, he cooked into. It's not quite jerky. It's more like slightly overcooked meat, slabs of meat.
It might be a little acidic jerky.
No, you're good. You're good. However, without much difficulty on that, you follow this path up, and as it kind of curves up to the left, you see it kind of go in between this small canyon. There is now at this point like two just rivers of water flowing down either side with like a thin raised section in the middle that you can safely walk up. Looks a little precipitous over time, and you imagine if the rains continue as they have, because our weather checks have been absolute shit, could very well lead to like a flooded out road. But as it stands now, it's perfectly safe. And as you make your way up, you find yourself in... I'm just kind of jumping through all the maps they went through yesterday. You find yourself in this very small village where Stanislav is also standing. It looks like it was about 3 houses and a well with this large lighthouse structure that you can even see the lighthouse has begun to fall into disrepair. The buildings around have completely fallen into ruin. There's nothing left to them at this point.
Do I see any like lootable places?
Roll me an investigation check if you want to.
I do want to.
You find a lot of wood. You find some bricks. And in this house over here, kind of beneath some of the rubble, you find what appears to be a small wooden kind of, not quite a chest, more of like a little like a clothing thing, like a box to keep your clothes in at the end of your bed or something. And you open that, and you do find what appears to be a set of robes, some kind of religious garb, and a small amulet that looks also religious in nature.
Oh, nice.
Yep. One sec, I can describe it to you.
Yes, please.
Okay. It is literally just a circular medallion with a, well, it doesn't have color because it's gold. It is just a clenched gauntlet of a right hand. Roll me a religion or history check, your choice.
Thanos.
Let's see.
It's Thanos. No, dude. Okay, yeah, that's more than enough. This is just an amulet of Torm. It appears that one of the faithful of Torm had a small chest up here. It doesn't have any magical properties to it. It's more of just like a holy thing, kind of like a cross someone would wear. Based on what you know of Torm, you know he's the one with the temple in Southwatch. You're kind of surprised to find it here. You didn't know there was a big religious presence up here, so that's a bit of a surprise to you. But other than that, you do also see a goat. You see a very familiar goat that you saw Gregory leaving the Cyclops Cavern with. As a companion, it seems like they made friends. Also, what's your passive perception? Pretty high, isn't it? Okay, so not that Mantuka would have been able to beat that for his stealth roll. So you did not see the goat becoming a cannibal. You just see a goat hanging out, doing its thing by the lighthouse. It's just chomping on some grass, kind of minding its own business. Looks like there's...
Mr. Maker hates goats, right?
It's up to, yeah, you do see there's like some kind of, not quite a saddle on it, but it looks like Gregory has affixed some kind of harness around it so he can hold on. It does look like Gregory has been riding this. You do what you will, though. What do you want to do?
I'm going to take a big stick. I assume I can find a big stick. You said there's lots of wood.
You rolled a 19. Yeah, it's less of a stick, more of like a support, like a 2x4 from the roof that has fallen in that hasn't completely rotted yet.
I'm going to push it with the wood, just kind of like...
You got like a 10-foot pole? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Just push it as close to the edge of the cliff as I can without pushing him off.
Roll me an animal handling check.
Okay.
You're trying not to push him off the cliff. You just want to get him close to the edge of it.
I just don't want it close to me. I want it gone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's blocking your way into the building, basically. Okay, yeah. So it does not outright attack you. Oh, Chris, your camera went bye-bye. It does not outright attack you as you kind of with this like almost 10-foot reach, like almost like Mantuka's halberd level length. You just begin pushing it away and kind of just begins edging away from the hole and just goes back to eating its grass. It looks at you for a moment. You see it kind of like lower. It kind of lowers its head towards you, like it is briefly thinking of charging and ramming you with its rather large horns, but it just kind of it decides that the grass is perhaps more interesting than you are. And you have cleared the goat. It'll be right. Like the goat is about there.
Where? Sorry.
Right there.
Okay, and where am I? I'm right in the...
You would be where the red dot person is.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's far enough away. I hate that thing.
Yeah, you're good. It does not
represents the goat.
I might come out and Sparta it. We don't know. We'll see later.
We'll see how the dungeon goes.
Let's see how it goes.
So without further, I mean, looking in, you can clearly see like a trail of mud where Stanislav and the other crew have tracked their way into the lighthouse. You see some outlines of mud and like hooves that you know for a fact was more than likely Mantuka, and you see them just disappear into this staircase that is spiraling downwards into the lighthouse.
All right, I'll go down the staircase.
Okay, cool. Now the whole party is back together. Ease to the P's. So, you make your way down these stairs. It's a 10-foot wide hallway. It's about 10 feet tall. It's quite well made. Clearly man-made, well carved. Has like full masonry and everything in it.
Is that a forge?
It might be. It might be a forge. I don't know. What's up, Latroy? Welcome up. Thank you, OP. Appreciate it. I hate you. Get out. Leave the call. You suffer immediate 150 damage to your life points.
Look at you!
So you make your way down these stairs. It's about a 10-foot, and then it turns to the left and down another 10 feet before you see a large stone door that is just hanging ajar. And by the time this all lines up is about the time you guys are finishing this fight. That's how we're going to do it.
door.
Because
not
you guys even took a long rest and everything over the night, so there's plenty of time for him to catch up. So you look as you kind of like enter this room, you just see Mantuka like hunched over, his skin looking quite pale, lacking some of its usual color, kind of dry and cracked in places. He looks a little gaunt. Everyone else appears to be, we got a weather check. Broku, if you do exclamation point D100, you can roll that yourself for us. We are currently in a dungeon, so whatever you roll is what they'll be dealing with when they come out. And you do see the party there. He wasn't here before. What do you want, bro? You do see the party appears to be like having a bit of a sit down or hanging out with this woman clad in very immaculate plate armor, kind of long hair. You can't tell the color because it's like her whole persona is gold, kind of shimmery, very much like Stanislav's horse, in fact, when it's in its full wonder. Also, if someone
Stanislav, you got a new pet?
Not exactly, no.
she sees you come in, and as you say something she didn't notice, she immediately puts her shield up and like just readies a mace in her hand.
No, he's fine. He's with us. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I morph into her.
You can do that.
Also, if someone in the party wants to do a D100 for the weather check, no one did it in chat, so someone go ahead.
I got it.
El's gonna roll his own weather check.
I got it.
61 keeps raining.
Cool.
You needed to roll below a 60 to change the weather. So as far as you know, as far as you can tell, Broku rolled an 8. I'm gonna go with Broku's because he rolled an 8, and I'm tired of it raining all the time.
Okay.
So, you guys have no idea what's happening outside, but I know for a fact it is bright and sunny out. Yay! Anyway, we'll remember that for later. Thank you, Broku.
Fuck off.
Yeah, pretty much. You do find the party recuperating, and they're kind of led by this woman, and you do recognize a symbol hanging around her neck, very similar to the one you just picked up outside.
What was the name on it?
There was no name, but you know it was...
No, not name on it, but what was the name of the god?
Torm.
Torm.
God of courage and self-sacrifice.
Cool.
Nice of you to join us, Mr. Maker. We're just cleaning up this first little bit here.
Cool. Sick.
So this...
I turn back into me.
That's rather uncomforting.
You'll get used to it.
I hope not.
Come on, UI, you son of a bitch.
UI just kind of like very slowly single fucking step down the stairs into the room. Hello, sir.
Welcome back.
Could say the same for you.
Yeah, something like that. Like you were there the whole time. You saw what I was working on. This is gonna be pog you.
It'd be pretty cool.
What does pog you mean? Never heard that term before.
It's native to my homeland.
I see.
Interesting. I've never heard that one before.
Pog you.
That was just a taste of what lies within. I cannot promise you that going to get any easier.
So have we done like a short rest, or were we just like catching our breath and then moving on?
You guys literally woke up from a long rest 15 minutes ago.
Yep.
Not a
Well, I just don't really remember.
It was up, man, too good.
So after the fight, we had a long rest or before the fight?
No, before the fight, you had a long rest before you
Okay,
came into
just
the
making sure.
lighthouse.
Yep.
And in that time, like, yeah, you woke up, had breakfast, sucking suplexed a dog, and came into this room. So you guys been awake for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You can take a short rest feasibly. It's possible. I'm just keep that in mind. At a certain point, that will have diminishing returns.
I don't need
short rest later? Question mark.
Yeah, you can have short rest whenever you want. I'm just saying, like, you've been awake for 20 minutes, and there's like a finite number of short rests you can take in a day. I'm not just gonna like let you guys go room by room short resting after every single fight, basically.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess let's move on.
Little do you know, I can nap anywhere.
I'm not
Well,
denying
Mr.
that.
Baker can.
I'm not going to stop you from doing it. I'm just going to say the more you do it, the more the enemies are going to prepare for you to show up. It's just
I'm not
basically
doing it for health. I'm doing it just to sleep.
fair.
I'm gonna.
All right,
crawl
let's
in that
go.
forge.
Who's doing what?
Yeah, let's just keep on going on. We can keep on going on.
So you and I are in the lead then. She kind of like walks up next to you, Stanny, gives you a little pat on the shoulder. Pushes
Sounds
open
good.
the door. You guys are met by a very similar looking hallway, 10 feet wide, 10 feet high, brick masonry on either side. There's like little drips of water kind of seeping in through some cracks in the ceiling. You gather that's just groundwater that has begun to just seep in through some of the cracks and everything. It's kind of
I'm gonna pop a divine sense right here at this T intersection.
yeah. So you do find it turns to the right, and looking down, there's a staircase. Each one set of like 5 stairs is about 5 feet, so it's about a 15-foot kind of descent. Divine sense, link that in chat. So no, within 60 feet, that is not behind total cover. You don't sense anything.
Neat.
As far as you can tell.
Where should we go?
Down.
Well,
We should go down.
your escort answers you. Straight ahead is the barracks where the men would sleep. There was a few of them were slaughtered in there, and down those stairs is the armory. There's a small forge,
Armory.
possibly some
Armory.
weaponry.
Sounds like we should probably go to the armory.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what they've put in here to get in our way, but armory seems as good a bet as any, I suppose.
Would they happen to have any like forges in the armory? Is it like a kind of like a blacksmith?
Yeah,
type
but
deal?
there was a forge. It the smoke
Also,
was.
who are you, by the way? Sorry to cut you off.
I am the Lady Jenna. My name is or I am Jenna, the champion of this temple. I follower of Torm, and I was tasked with protecting this in my death. Fortunately,
Wow.
I was unsuccessful.
Damn, that sucks. Sucks to hear.
Well, and you are?
I'm the marvelous Mr. Maker. And
Marvelous.
this is, well, he exists.
Hello, my shiny little friend.
Yeah, they're both
Hello.
they're both really smart and really nice. Cool.
It strikes me as someone who's
I
nice.
am really nice. That is me.
Yes, definitely.
So,
Uh,
which way would you like to go?
Down. I want to go down.
Okay.
All right.
Who's taking the lead?
And
Now, I think Mr. Maker's gonna be right there.
He's
alongside
very,
Sam.
very excited. Okay,
He's-
cool.
Yeah.
You walk down. It's just a 15-foot descent, like I said. As you kind of work your way down, it seems like less water is dripping through as it has more distance to travel underground before it can seep its way in. You are met by what appears to be just a simple wooden door that is closed in front of you.
okay.
Can I open it?
Yeah, let's try the handle first.
Yeah, I
Normal.
want to try that.
It appears like it has been locked.
Mantuka.
And
You
even
remember what you did to the trees?
I've always been noted
Fair
for my locksmithing skills.
I've heard that.
Uh-oh. Jenna, you should probably back up a little bit.
oh my,
Actually, can I before that?
clearly you're not the subtle bunch, are you?
Before that, I want to try to unlock them with thieves' tools.
I'm helping.
I'm proficient in them. I didn't realize.
Mantuka, how are you helping? Are you actually helping?
Oh yeah, by smashing the door if he is unsuccessful.
Yeah.
Or,
Okay.
or attempting to.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a Thieves' Tools check there, Mr. Maker.
That's is that a dex? I don't
That
know
is-
how to roll tools. But
It's so dexterity check plus your proficiency.
okay.
I don't know if you get to double it for that. I think that's just for the Tinker's Tools. I could be wrong. I don't know your
Nope,
character
it
at
is
this level.
let's see here. For
Any tool
my-
check, I imagine.
I think it's any tool check that I'm proficient in, and I am proficient in thieves' tools. And I can make tools whenever I need to, which is cool too. You gain proficiency with smith's tools. No, that's tool proficiency. Hold on, sorry.
Okay, we're getting to high levels. Your characters have a lot of shit they can do, and when you're new to the game, it can be quite a bit. So don't worry about it.
Your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make that uses your proficiency with a tool.
There you go. So double your proficiency. So dex and double proficiency. So
that's
18. Jesus. Okay. So 26. No problem. It is not a super sturdy lock, and like you just put in the lockpick, you jiggle it like twice, and you're like, I think that's it. As the door opens, it's all very like there's no light down here. So does anyone not have dark vision in this group? I should be asking that.
Hello.
2 people do not have dark vision. Okay.
I
Hello.
don't think I have it either.
I feel like a changeling probably has dark vision. I could be wrong.
checking.
I feel like that's a thing a changeling has. It would be on your senses. So for anyone who's doing that,
On my
any
senses?
yeah, on your D&D Beyond sheet, there should be like a senses section. Dark vision. I don't know. It's your character, dude.
Wouldn't it not be just under
Check your
racial traits?
racials and features.
That's it.
Yeah, no, I don't have dark vision.
Big Sag. So everyone except Stanislav is basically seeing nothing. It is shades of pitch black. I should have been more attentive to that going in. Because every attack you guys are making is going to be at disadvantage from here on out.
I pull
Is-
out a torch.
I'm
It's
gonna
up-
cast
that's up to
instant
you.
Lights,
There you go.
but I'm gonna open up the box, and then all the little guys are gonna come out.
Okay. So as you guys are kind of wandering around this dark hallway, Stanislav kind of leading the group, being able to see, essentially forming a chain. After a while, you hear Gregory just start rummaging through the toy box, and after a while, 3 little mustached dancing orbs of light kind of come out and begin just cycling around the party. Now that you have like full illumination, you can see the floor here is like there's a groove down the middle where you can see people have been walking on it for just like hundreds of years, it seems. Looks like a very well maintained hallway. What's up, Stanislav?
I'm gonna drop another divine sense. Like just crack the door open and drop a divine sense into the room.
You don't see anything at all.
Neat. And move in.
Does that take a spell slot every time?
I just have 5 uses before a long rest.
It's a feat,
Fair.
isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's
The
a
divine sense thing.
paladin thing.
Paladin
Oh,
thing.
cool.
So you've used
That is a feat.
3 today. Okay, you got 2 left. Good to know. Nothing that you can tell. At the end of the room, you do see what appears to be another door. This one is slightly ajar. Actually, this one is kind of broken into the room now that I'm thinking of it. It kind of looked like it's been busted off the hinges inward. There's some chips taken out, like someone was hitting it with an axe, perhaps. And looking in the room, laying against the anvil, you do see a man with just a very rusty blade embedded into his chest. The blood on the floor has dried. It's a very small enclosed space that has had a body rotting in it for some time. So I need everyone who walks into that room to roll me a Constitution saving throw. Just as that smell of rot and decay.
Plus 4 for everybody.
You guys +4. Okay, cool.
17.
You guys are Mantuka. Oh, buddy.
Oh, damn.
Hold on, but
still
I
get to
have
12.
advantage, so I. Oh yeah.
You get a
Right,
+4,
yes,
so it's a 12. But like, that's one of the ones I want to make that nat one be an actual crit fail, just to be a dick. So I'm not gonna. You guys all enter the room, and as that smell just wafts into your nostrils of death, decay, and rot, you all kind of have to like steel yourself as you feel your stomach begin to turn. Mantuka, like you kind of put your hand down on a table and like lean forward and give like, you know, when you're like trying to not puke and you're just trying to breathe through it. Like you got that. Your mouth is like salivating heavily. You're getting like a little queasy feeling. But as you kind of look over at Stanislav flexing in the corner, you get that little extra zhuzh of radiant boost, and you feel the feeling begin to fade away. But definitely like some rumblies
Get a
in
bit
your
of-
stomach that are
Get a
nice
bit of roses from Stanislav. He just
Yeah.
kind of naturally smells like roses.
all the
Are
time.
there,
Praise be to you, Mogus, and making me not vomit.
are there sconces on the wall?
Yeah, no, there are. It looks like old torches kind of affixed on the wall as well.
Oh, can I light them? as
Yeah,
we go?
absolutely.
I want to start doing that actively.
You do have a tinderbox and everything, and I'm assuming access to fire. Yeah, no problem. So there's 4 just placed on either side of the doors on both sides of the room. You just walk in, quickly spark them up, and does appear like they're not burning super bright. Does appear like there is enough oil to at least illuminate the room at this point, though.
What do I see in the room?
You see what looks like 4 sets of armor kind of against the northeastern wall here, all stacked, all very similar to what your guide, the woman who's traveling with you, is wearing. Slightly less fancy though. Hers is like almost ceremonial but still functional, where these are like purely function. There's no extra trim, they're not gold. Even her armor is like, you figure, is probably not gold because gold doesn't make great fucking armor. In the corner on the northwest side, it's just a pile of boxes and like scrap metal that looks like that's what they were using to forge with. You find a couple workstations. One looks like an armor bench. One looks like a weapon table. And then in the middle of the... I realize now the forge is backwards on the map. So the forge is facing the anvil, not the wall, because that would be stupid. That's my bad.
Yeah.
So you see this, it's a fairly large forge. Like, it looks fairly decently sized. And looking at the dead man, who you do see is wearing a blacksmith apron, but died with his blacksmith hammer like in his hand, and you see like a little bit of hair and blood caked onto it. It looks like he was doing some fighting himself, but he's a pretty big guy, so it looks like the forge was maybe not made for him, but he was quite comfortable in its use. So it's definitely the size of what you would need it to be.
So, is it lightable?
Take a little effort to get that thing going. Looking at it, it's been cold for a bit. Probably a few weeks at very least, but it is perfectly feasible to do it. It would take a decent amount of heat to get going, and probably some work on the billows while someone is like trying to ignite it and get the embers going on it a bit. Might be a bit of a team activity, but there's no reason why you wouldn't be able to get this torch or this forge
Anybody
running hot
got
again.
some basic fire that we could use to kind of light this while I'm manning the bellows?
I mean, we have...
Yeah.
Am I to understand you're going to take some time to forge?
I'm working on something. I think it could help us out.
Okay. Sure.
I can help speed up this process.
I'll keep watch. And she just goes to the door that's been busted in and like closes one of them, and then kind of just like leans and like looks out from behind it. So if anything comes, she has a little bit of cover. Still
keep an eye
mace
on
in
the
her
other
hand.
one.
She looks down at the blacksmith and kind of takes a moment, and you can see her kind of say a brief silent prayer. So I'm going
As
to
soon as she
need...
does that, I grab the blacksmith hammer out of his hand.
You're stealing his blacksmith hammer?
Well, he's dead. I'm not really stealing it.
He doesn't need it anymore.
Yeah, what's he gonna do with it?
Waste not, what not.
That's right. And if we find bad people in here, we can strap the bodies to you as well, because they don't need
Okay.
them.
Choose roll 19. Stanislav, I need you to make me a perception check, please, to keep watch. 9. Looks all good to you. You don't see a thing, you don't hear a thing. She's very vigilantly watching that door. You see her grip on the mace very tight.
Stanislav pulls up.
She kind of leans and listens down the hallway. Sounds like we're all good. Whatever you're doing, do it quickly.
All right,
You will draw the attention of whatever is within.
fair enough. Well, hey, look, worst comes to worst, we can always get the drop on them.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? They're coming in here. They
Just
have to push us.
Do what you need to
versus-
do and do it quickly.
Okay. You see Mr. Maker flip down his glasses and along the sides, like elongate to like, you know, like the welding goggles. It,
Yep.
Like
Yep.
it turns into pull-on goggles.
And then like
Alright.
extend out a little bit.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
where do you need the fire?
Right into the forge. I'm gonna be manning the bellows. We need to get it started.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go rooting through the box. You see just like a little shift of this little fellow here first, and I'm like, as much as I'd like your help, I'm gonna have to ask the help of someone a little more, and this little guy's gonna pop out after him.
Is that a firefox?
Pretty much, yep. It's like the grandpa. It's flaming sphere I'm gonna cast in the billows. I'm
That'll
trying.
fucking do it. Mr. Maker, you go up to the billows and like get ready to start pumping as like you're expecting Gregory to go up and like firebolt it a little and
Yeah,
get some embers burning. You're like ready to push, and Gregor just walks up and like raises a hand as this fox comes out of the thing and twirls, creates this ball of flame in the middle of this furnace that will last for as long as your concentration goes.
Oh,
So
hell yeah.
it is like, it's hot. It is really hot. As you're standing there on the billows, you almost have to put your hands up and like back away as the heat just erupts. And as you kind of step away, Gregory, you spend a turn or two focusing on this. And then as you let the spell dissipate, you now see the coals in this forge are red hot,
Nice.
ready to go. So you give a couple pump on the billows just to maintain that heat. And you'll still have to, you know, keep an eye on it as you're forging and stuff here, but you do have a hot working forge in front of you. What do you want to do?
I want to start working on the little darks.
Okay. How are we gonna do that? I mean, it's gonna be dexterity and Tinkerer's tools. So
Sure.
dex and double proficiency. I love the Firefox so much. It's great.
So that's a 31.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. How long are you willing to spend doing this? Is my question.
Until it gets done.
How many are you trying to make?
I'm trying to make at least 8.
Yeah, no.
fair
I mean, if you're willing to spend 24 hours down here
Sure.
forging each one of these individually, piece by piece by piece, sure.
I'll make 2 of them then.
You can do that. 2 with a 31 is completely feasible. I was going to say you could probably do 3 and they're a little haphazardly made, but if you're doing 2, you do manage to essentially piece together these pieces. It's very rudimentary. The design is simple. You kind of went with like simple is better for this. But you
Sure.
do have functionally, we're going to call them, I guess, right on your inventory, 2 injection bolts, I guess. I don't know. Name them whatever you want. Whatever you want to call them, you have 2 of them. They are currently empty, and you don't have anything to put in them, apart from maybe some poisons and stuff that you guys might have picked up along the way. But they are functional. They're ready to go. That process, in and of itself, is going to take you a couple hours.
Okay.
So as you're doing this, you guys are all watching. If you want to take a short rest now, anyone who wants to, other than Mr. Maker, of course, this is your chance to do so.
I'm going to attune to the necklace.
Sure. And Mr. Maker, even though
Yep.
you're not necessarily, I'm going to give you a little freebie here. You're not taking a short rest and attuning to any magical objects. But as you work with this hammer over the course of the next couple 2-3 hours or so, you begin to feel a bit of a connection growing to it.
Ooh.
You're not sure in what way that might manifest, but you definitely feel like this is something that you could attune to. You're familiar enough with magic items to understand how that feels.
Ooh,
You
I
spend
grabbed that
3 hours working with it. Yeah. It's up to you. It's an option. If you want to attune to it, you're able to.
I'll tune to it.
Okay. So this is the Hammer of the Smiths. So this just gives you basically advantage on any roll to do blacksmithing checks with it, specifically when you are working with a hammer and anvil. So if you're just trying to forge something or like heat something up or design, obviously not going to take effect. But when you're actively like creating something on an anvil with a hammer, you get advantage on every single check for it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a description for that you can send me?
I will write up the card and send it to you. I just wrote down the name. I didn't think anyone was going to pick it up.
Stanislaus gonna have to look around the room. See
Like
what
on
he
the
sees.
off chance Mr. Maker finds this room, let's put something fun in here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Stanislav, you want to roll
Awesome.
me an investigation? 15? Okay. You do find a couple of like very well-made weapons. Nothing magical in nature. You gather this apart from the weapon that Mr. Maker is now attuned to. It is also counts as a warhammer, by the way. There's no magical bonuses, you can just beat on people like it's a warhammer.
But it is magical, so it won't break.
Yeah, exactly. It is an unbreakable warhammer that has no bonuses to damage or anything. But apart from that, there's nothing else in the room that really like sparks your interest. There are some like well-made weapons, some things that have the insignia of Torm on them, but nothing that really stands out as special.
Before we
Grab those
scoot-
and put them in the box.
Sure.
before we
Gregory,
scoot,
I've
could
got
I
some more
also
stuff to
look
stash.
around?
Okay, Gregory, you can add 3 more long swords, 2 shields, and 1 piece of plate or 1 set of plate armor to the thing. We'll say that's
I have
probably.
a
Are-
list of...
Can I
The
also
shield's
look around?
nicer
Yeah,
looking.
go
than
ahead.
mine.
No, the shields are just very basic, but they do have like the insignia of Torm right on the front, which is just the right
Kinda
hand of a gauntlet. What's up, Mantuka?
I'm just guarding the door in case anyone cares.
Okay, perception check from you then, and I'll do another one for her. Fuck. She doesn't notice anything either. Mantuka, at a certain point, you think you might hear some, like, very faint shuffling sounds coming from, like, not quite... there is like it's a closed wooden door, but you'd kind of hear what like appears to be the sound of like shuffling feet and light groans coming from what was described to you as like the chamber where the people were sleeping. Sure.
I drag my iron hooves on the ground a bit and do like baseball signals to like baby Gregory, hoping he'll understand, even though I've never given him any like understanding of what any of them mean.
Okay, so roll me a performance check, please, Mantuka. This is like one of your interpretive dance moments. This is the second time we've got to do this, so
I'm
this
gonna
is awesome.
0, yes.
We love
Okay.
Mantuka's and you have advantage
16.
from JTB if you want to use the advantage on that. 60 is pretty good though.
I want to keep that till I fucking...
Till you're fighting.
I'll
Okay,
flash
fair.
genius him.
Okay, so 21. Mantuka, you begin just communicating these signals, and with a 21, Gregory, roll me an intelligence check, please. Just a straightforward, just normal int check.
Right. How can? Okay.
I'm not too worried about this. And now there's light in the room, which is nice, so that's good. With the 21, you're gonna have to roll really shitty to not understand, but...
Well, I bet I can do that. Yeah, I did.
That is not great. Mantuka begins like making some movements towards you and shuffling his feet along, and you don't quite get it at first, but taking the 21 and the flash of genius from Mr. Maker into account, as you're kind of struggling with it, he like very clearly just looks at you and raises his hands and goes, and like trying to makes the motion of a zombie a little bit, or someone kind of lurching around on the ground, and you kind of get the memo that someone is kind of sliding about, dragging their feet, and Mr. Maker understands it immediately. Immediately, you get it. There's someone shuffling about, perhaps a zombie. They don't...
Standing up.
Stanny, it just looks like Mantuka...
Stanislav starts doing it too, thinking it's kind of funny.
Yeah, fair enough. Unfortunately, it doesn't like sound like they're coming any closer to you. It's just kind of like meandering about, but you're pretty aware now that there is something over there that may be an issue. But it does not appear to have the capability to make its way towards you at this time. At about that time, Mr. Maker, you do finish your foraging, and you guys are all standing ready to go. Here, do you have two paths at your disposal? One going back the way you already came, or heading back out the other door? What would you like to do?
Which door were you standing at, Mantuka?
Mantuka was
the
over
one
there.
going deeper in, or the one
the
coming back
door that
from
I'm actually my character's at.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
And she was over here.
Well, then guys, shouldn't we go the opposite way of that?
Yeah. I thought.
I mean, it
Jenna,
feels like why
what's
would
down
we
here?
backtrack to?
It's up to you.
Get it. Look
We
at
did
what
say
we're
we're coming in here to clean out the temple.
Oh, okay.
I would appreciate it
What's-
if we did that job in its entirety.
What's through this door?
Let's
Uh,
calm something down, and we can.
That was the temple. Small temple, just a place of worship. Nothing too important. The large one is downstairs where everything was kept.
We should probably at least go have a look at it.
Yeah.
I imagine it's not going to be a pleasant sight in there. When the attack came, that's where everyone would have been.
Okay.
You ready?
Well, close your eyes when we go in here.
Okay.
Okay. You open the door. You see the light just spill into the hallway, and then it just cuts immediately to the left as the light begins to...
Are there any more sconces on the wall?
Yeah, a couple. I'm
I
assuming.
actively wanna
Okay,
keep
cool.
lighting them as we go.
No sweat. So you guys aren't suffering any penalties. And as you come down here, you now find a very
Is it a closed
ornately. No, it's open. Just I didn't have open door mini or things on the
Papa
map, so
in your
it's like
divine sense.
yeah, it's partially open. So you have one more after that.
Yep.
Okay, link that in chat for me one more time. It says if they're behind full cover, you don't see shit, right? Okay. They're not technically in full cover, and you can see into the room. You couldn't see where they're at, but I'm gonna give you this one. You definitely sense something. Do.
Also, is it consecrated?
Not anymore.
Okay, because it says you detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hallows.
This has been desecrated.
anymore.
This space has been desecrated completely. Like, it was once consecrated and is no longer. You feel something in that corner over there. You feel something in that corner over there, and you feel something in that corner over there as you kind of lean in the door. I'm gonna make them appear on the map for you real quick.
Is the door?
There's still
is it
tech.
locked?
No, it's open, partially ajar. Looks like someone kicked it
Just
in.
being
Maybe.
like this to everybody.
Yoink. So you sense what appears to be kind of 3 figures, definitely undead. You still can't see them. If you want to look, it is a perception check. That's just the locations that you're sensing them. But it does appear like they are stealthily hidden. And as you open the door, a little bit of light sliver kind of creeps into the room, but you see the rest of the room is just completely shrouded in shadow. There are sconces within, but you'll have to actively enter the room to get to them.
I have a quick question for you.
Sure.
Before we go in. You know, before, like, it's kind of swapped around. Does he go on my turn? UI.
He goes at the at any point during your turn, yeah. Either before or after you. You can't mix the turns.
Because
Just
sometimes you
before
give
or
him
after.
his own turn, so I just wanted to know.
Yeah, he'll always have his own turn in combat, either before or after you. It's up to you when you do it. You just can't like blend the 2 turns together. They have to be separate.
Cool.
What are y'all doing? There's appears to be 3 figures hiding in the shadows of this room. Definitely evil, 100% undead.
I want to whisper to Gregory to cast the light spell he did a while ago.
Yeah, I'll do that. This time, the little globules are all very faint colors of blue.
Okay.
And,
Getting
yeah,
some
they're
blue
gonna
scale in there.
And they're kind of like, you can see they're shivering as they go in.
Okay. Refresh my memory. It's bright light within 5 feet or 10 feet, and then dim for the rest. You can basically spread it around this room, more or less. So we're gonna say you put one there, and there, and over there. Just basically at all the spaces, so you cover the entire room. You see these little orbs kind of going, making little sounds to each other, kind of communicating, and float up into this room. And you see it illuminate. It's a well-made temple. It's quite nice. It's fairly small, carved into the underground here. Still that beautiful masonry coming up to kind of a nicely carved roof. You do see a large statue, or at least what used to be a large statue, depicting Torm, based on the statues you guys saw in the temple in Southwatch. It's an identical replica, basically, but it has been like thoroughly smashed, and there's just pieces lying on the ground now, where this once holy relic once stood. However, the things that catch your eyes as these lights filter into the room is the shadows. Yeah. Okay, sure.
I cast Shield of Faith real quick, knowing that there's shit going down in here.
Sure. I could have finished the description first, but yeah, cool. No worries.
In case you're going straight into combat, I didn't know if we were doing.
No, I always give you guys a chance to do so. You guys aren't in the room yet. Anyway, the lights come in and illuminate, and you see these 3 figures. And what strikes you is odd that these lights make all of the shadows dissipate, except for these. And you see these figures clearly made from shadow, kind of recoil from the light and look for whatever bits of shadow they can find in the room. Some of them kind of skirting under the benches to hide in the shadows below. But you were able to effectively ruin their stealthing by... bright side, it doesn't count as sunlight, so they're not at disadvantage. But there appear to be 3 shadow figures just kind of moving within this room. Who are you casting Shield of Faith on?
Me. I have to use a 2nd level spell slot to do it.
Okay, cool. So you now Shield of Faith. What would you all like to do? Jenna is like standing there at the ready.
Are there any more sconces on the walls?
There's
In this room?
one over here, and what looks like a chandelier with candles all on it, hanging above. That
I
is
want to use
all out.
prestidigitation to light them all.
I think you have to do one at a time, and it is an action to do.
That's fair
Pick
enough.
which one do you want to do?
Chandelier.
The one to the.
I will count the chandelier as
Chandelier.
one big light, even though
Oh,
it's
the
several
chandelier,
hundred
yeah.
candles. I'll count it as one.
Yeah,
So
then
you,
that one.
Mr. Maker just walks forward, quick snap of the fingers, a little bit of flash on it, and you see all the candles light. Now fully illuminating the room. There's only little bits of shadow now under the benches where these creatures are now trying to slither into, almost seemingly unable to do so.
I forgot that prestidigitation did that.
Yeah, you can light candles. They are actively
yeah.
trying to recoil from the light, but at a certain point, I'm gonna need people to roll initiative because the one closest to the door like turns and begins like about to lash out at this point because we got dancing lights and everything, and at this point the hallway's basically full. So Mantuka, you do have a chance to do something from back there if you would like to. Everyone else got to do something before.
I
You got
would
dancing
like to
lights
do
and
a
shit.
vibe check.
You want to vibe check them? Okay.
So I'm just kind of looking for like the same things that like sucked me. If I get the same vibe from them, or if they're new fucking bullshit. It doesn't matter what it's not,
Roll. You know what? Sure. It would be religion because I don't know. I'd say roll me a history or religion at your whim, or just a pure fucking insight check. Your choice.
Hold on, let me just. Fuck me. All right, insight for +1.
I'm trying to make sense of this in Mantuka's head because he's literally trying. He's not the smartest.
And
Okay.
I'm burning my advantage.
You're burning your advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. Go
Not
ahead.
Very well, but
Nope.
I burned it. It's gone.
You're not sure.
I
You
have
don't.
Flash of genius that too. So it's a
Yeah,
15 if that
even
helps.
even with that, not quite. The 14. It does suggest to you that these things being undead probably have similar capabilities. You're not sure if that translates to exactly the same. Your whole life force being drained from you, but you've heard tales of spirits and things sapping the strength from people, sapping the life force, the ability to even speak, things like that. So it's not in the realm of impossibility. However,
Okay.
at that point,
Well, with that, I'm gonna move up 5 feet, and I'm gonna have my halberd kind of choked up because
Okay.
we're close right now, like
Yeah,
quarters. So if anyone
very
would
close.
attack, clearly, baseball smash
Okay.
and stuff. isn't gonna work.
So Mr. Maker, we had who didn't roll. Mantuka, you need to roll initiative as well. And then I'm going to select this guy. Roll me a thingy.
Did not select your. Oh, there. Not select them.
It's fine. I can just put it in.
Ooh, Brutal.
Oh.
Brutal!
Oh.
Here's your good
Mantuka,
rolls.
you got advantage, so you're 19, right? Is that a
Is that
yes?
to me?
Yes. Mantuka.
Yeah, I get advantage 15 and 19. So the 19 is the
cool.
highest on.
So, descending order. From the top, we have Mr. Maker first. However, as you kind of begin to prepare for this combat, you see the one marked with the blue there right by the door. Like, it was waiting to ambush someone who came in, just begin to, like, lash out and about to lunge at you. And that's where we're going to take our break, because we're about an hour and 20 minutes in. I need to use the bathroom if we're going to dive into combat. I'd like to do that beforehand, so I'm not distracted. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, folks. Please do stick around, and we'll dive into some more undead fights and see where this is going. This is mostly just going to be slogging through different undeads. I don't get to play with undeads much, so I'm having fun with it.
Thanks to Broku for unfucking the weather for us.
Thank you for unfucking the weather. We appreciate that. Even I, as a DM, I'm kind of tired of it raining all the time. I was starting to feel like I was DMing a game in Vancouver. Anyway.
Rain.
Or Seattle.
Or Seattle. I have more experience with Vancouver. Anyway, we will see you guys in 10. Please do stick around. We won't be long. Love you guys. Heyo, we're back. I need to throw on some battle tunes because we're about to do a fight. Wow, okay. So, we ended off right before the break, came into the room, Gregory choosing to launch a dancing lights into the room, illuminating it all, as Mr. Maker realizes that he has something he can do with this too, casting prestidigitation, lighting the large chandelier in the room, spreading light across the entirety of the chamber, revealing 3 shadowy figures that had been lurking in the very shadows, in fact, who very quickly tried to scurry under benches to get out of the bright light that is immediately cast on and surprised them. However, quickly regaining their senses, one began to prepare to lash out against you. We rolled initiative, and we are now starting the combat order with Mr. Maker leading the charge. What would you like to do? You are in the front of the line, so you can make it into the room if you need to. Nothing's obstructing your way. What is the game plan?
The size they are is the size they are in game.
They're like 5 feet, but they're so tiny. If I make them 5 feet, it kind of sucks.
Okay, so
You know what I
where
mean?
am I in?
Okay, I'm gonna make them tiny.
Wipe out and hit this guy?
He's on the other.
one.
He's like partial. There you go. That's how big they are. But they look so lame now. There's nothing intimidating about that. It's just tiny. Sucks.
I just wanted to know, like, in
Sucks.
terms of where I was, did I have to move to hit him, or could I just?
You
stay
could,
there?
in theory, hit him. He's kind of
Okay.
behind cover a little bit, so he's gonna have a little bonus to his AC if you don't step into the room. There you go. You're
All right,
good
I'll step right here.
now.
And then,
So for the sake of coolness, they're that big now. Cool. Got it.
okay, that's
But just
fine.
make it so that where their dot is where they're.
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
Makes sense.
Perfect.
For flanking too, we'll just have to be in their square? Question mark.
Now just treat them as a big creature for here on out, just for
Okay.
ease. I'm homebrewing it. They're big shadows, okay?
Cool. They have
In that
gained one
case-
size apart.
Can I get like here?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
without going through their attack range, you're all good. What's up?
All right. I want to first and foremost, you know me.
Green
I
flame
gotta
blade.
swing that green flame
Yeah,
blade.
yeah. I know how it is. Darkly cloth of
Uh,
death. There you go. You got it.
Roll the hit.
The babe. I forgot you named your weapon the babe.
The babe.
The babe, dude. You would.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
additionally,
A
I
100%
want
hits,
to-
by the way. It's doesn't seem to handle that well. What do you got?
That's a bonus action.
Your branding smiting.
Yep.
Go for it.
So I'll cast that. Oh no, I already cast it. Whoops.
Yeah.
So it's a 6, and then I got
What's the green flame
plus
blade
the green
damage?
flame damage.
Green frame blade.
Flame flame babe. And that.
Damn. Okay, so 6 plus 6 plus 11. 23. You hit for 23 points of damage.
And then can I hold on, let me check this. I forget.
Nah. You missed a week. It's cool. You gotta get back in the flow. I get it.
Yeah, I gotta. And plus, the last time I played was a completely different character, so I'm having to.
Oh
remember
yeah,
what
it
I
was the
do.
Christmas game. My bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's 4 weeks since you played this guy, or 3 weeks. It's been a minute.
Boxhead.
So yeah, I'm gonna do that as well. I'm gonna arcane jolt him too. Oh, wait,
Okay.
how do I cast it?
You just click 2d6. There you go. I rolled
There
better.
we go.
I rolled 2 6s. Let's go. Okay, we're counting yours though. I'm not rolling for you. So as you walk into the room, you quickly like kind of skitter past it, make your way over the pews or the benches that have been placed in there for worship, and make your way. And then you just kind of like stab out with the green flame blade and unleash your branding smite, and finally give it like one little jolt of electricity from the bracers you wear, and like it. All of this energy encompasses the shadow. You see it just erupt in blinding light, and when the light fades, there is just nothing.
Nice.
It's gone. There's nothing there. They're shadows. They're not very strong.
Sick.
It's just
Well
gone.
Okay, I'm gonna move.
Absolute. Okay, absolute overkill. I loved it.
And UI is going to.
Are we gonna fist him?
fist him? He's gonna fucking fist him.
Give him the smashing palm. Go for it.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
It's what is it to hit?
It's your. There's a battle master sheet for it.
Damage.
Oh, it's just like your roll. Your. Isn't it just your attack?
Is it?
You should have a
It
sheet.
says okay, melee weapon. Your spell attack modifier to hit.
Yeah, so roll with your spell attack modifier. And just roll a spell attack.
Okay, I'll just do that.
That's a dexterity saving
That's a
throw.
fucking dex save. God damn it! I'm hitting the wrong things. God, don't fucking look at me. Don't look at me. It's okay. I don't have any.
Hells is
fucking
having a
hit.
complete. Hells is having a complete fucking meltdown
Hells
right
is having a
now.
stroke.
Help! It's +9 to hit. I'm just rolling
Okay,
a d20. I'm
just
adding
roll a
9. Fuck.
d20 and add 9 to
I'm
it.
just rolling a d20. I'm adding 9. It's okay.
Hell's Core brain just did a complete fucking reset live on the air for all of you to see. That was beautiful.
It's 5 + 9.
It's
14.
It hits. It 100 definitely hits.
It's 4. 4 damage. It's 4 whole damage. My
It
turn.
doesn't count as magicals. As the little UI just walks up to it, you hear the as the hydraulic goes, and it just flat palms him in the face. The creature does not seem to take the full brunt of the measly attack. Seems to have
Okay.
some kind of resistance to plain damage.
Okay.
You can't have that back, Peter. That's gone forever. Just like those brain cells Elscorp had. Buddy. Okay.
Adorable.
That's UI's turn. Is that it for you?
My brain is broken. Yeah.
I get it,
that's
dude. Like, you're sick and shit. I'm just happy you showed up. Okay. The shadow's gonna go. Oh my god. Okay, the only target available to him is this tiny little silver thing that just fucking palmed him in the face, so he's not really happy about that. And he's just gonna reach out and try to grasp on TUI. Does the Steel Defender have any resistances or anything that I need to know about on its sheet?
Immune to poisoned, charmed, exhausted, poisoned. Resistances, it doesn't look like it. It can't be surprised.
Okay, that's useful. Okay, so 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hit.
Okay, unnamed intern takes 12 point of necrotic damage.
God damn.
And this is where it gets weird, because like UI's alive enough to count, so his strength is drained by 4.
Which means
His
what?
maximum strength goes down by 4.
Forever?
Yep. Or at least until a long rest is complete. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna nix that, because he's a fucking robot and a companion. I don't know how we would even do that. He doesn't sleep. He literally does not take rests. So, I'm
Gotta
just...
unfuck him.
I feel like, yeah, maybe mending on it. I don't know how to fucking verdict that. He's just a little machine.
Yeah.
He's strength drain, a little mending mouse. Okay, I don't want to rob us of a
I don't
chance
even
to use
know
the
how to
mending
turn
mouse,
the
so we're gonna say it's a mending
strength
check
on.
to heal him after that. So the strength goes down. You just have to do the math in your head from now. Congratulations.
Oh, that's so much worse.
He still uses your stats for all his attacks. It's just strictly on strength saving throws and checks that he will be
That he
penalized.
specifically gets.
I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yep, that's how I'm going with it. And that sounds good to me. Next up, the other fellow, having seen you come into the room and immediately dissipate its friend, is gonna kind of like weave through the shadows under the benches, very spooky-like, kind of like trying to make its way towards you. And
Okay.
he is going to hit you with a strength drain attack.
I have
17.
a 17. Does that hit me?
That does hit you. So you take 11 points of
Okay.
necrotic damage.
No, I don't.
You
No,
got
I
a shield? You gonna hit that
don't.
shield?
Shield.
Okay. So as it reaches out once, very similar, you wouldn't have seen how the last one's attacked because you weren't there, but it just reaches out and digs its claws into your torso. You feel them kind of sink into your body. You feel like a cold chill and an icy pain. However, you are not hit as you just pop the shield up as the fingernails just barely graze you and avoid the attack. Fuck. It's no fun. All right, that's its turn. It doesn't have multi-attack or anything. So, Mantuka, you're up. You watch Mr. Maker go in and just utterly decimate one of these shadow figures, and then the other two kind of immediately launch into combat. Yeah, and just fucking shield parry. I'm sad. Anyway, what do you want to do?
Go time! He like bonus actions, kind of punches himself in the jaw a bit. Rage!
We're raging! Oh, I
No,
moved
get
you.
it, don't touch me.
I'm sorry. I'll
I'm gonna
touch you
move
if I
myself
want
here
to.
Because I've got a 10-foot reach
Yep.
with my halberd.
Yeah, you got
and
the
I can
halberd.
Hit either one. I'm going to attack this red, and it appears to be like a shadowy wisp.
Yeah, it actually looks like almost like a figure, like a man almost, but made entirely of shadow with kind of wisps coming off of him. The lower part kind of gets lost a little more in smoky shadow kind of look, but there are legs and what appear to be a full body.
Okay, so I'm gonna reckless and make 2 attacks.
Jesus
Or
Christ.
Make an attack with advantage.
Yep. Yeah, go ahead.
So that's 25 for the first one, and not 25 for the second one. So the first one's
They
25.
they both hit easily. Don't have a high AC, these guys.
So 8 slashing damage from the halberd off the first attack.
Okay, it is magical, so that takes full effect. You do slash down into it, and you see the damage go through, and you are raging, right? So it's 11
I am.
total. So 11 goes through. It is still standing, I say. It's kind of floating. It's still managing to, like, hold its form together as you strike at it.
And my second attack.
Okay, go ahead. That's the 18, right? Oh no, you're at advantage.
Nope.
Also at advantage because you're recklessing. 18 again.
Yep.
So, roll your damage. It's probably going to be enough to do it.
14
do
with
it.
the rage damage.
Yeah, as you bring the halberd down and slice through, you just immediately kind of like lunge back into it, and the halberd goes through, and you just like slash it away, and it vanishes into kind of a poof of smoke and shadow, and then fades from sight. Damn, dude. They're not very strong. They just suck
They can
because they
fuck you
hurt.
up though.
Yeah.
But with that, I'm gonna turn to face the only other entity that's not I didn't come with, just so I can see them, and that'll be my turn.
Cool. Gregory, you're up.
Be good, baby Gregory.
Magic missile level 4.
Yeah, you see your party just making absolutely quick work of these individuals. Are you gonna move down, or are you hanging up back on the stairs?
As I'm staying where I am.
Yeah, you can still like just barely see him. You see like little bits of shadow through the door.
Buddy, and you see the little gray blob in a pink gaming chair come out and pretty sure at level 4 that's plus 3. Yeah.
So many missiles.
How many missiles all going at him?
We haven't even finished one round of combat yet. This is the first round of combat. Good job, guys.
Be about a cadaver chair.
For God's sakes.
That was terrible.
That's
That was some of the worst magic
Baby
missiles.
Gregory, you're the worst.
Okay, 13. I think there's 6 of them.
Okay. So Mantuka and Stanislav, you're all standing there. You just hear coming from behind you, like, as these magic missiles just come whizzing past you in kind of a spiral pattern.
But most of the missiles just make this, like, sound, like they're really slow moving.
Like a banana, like someone let a balloon go.
I'm just staring at the guy, and you can see his back is always turned to you, right? But he just kind of gives, like, a little thumbs up and then disappears.
Okay. You managed to hit for a total of 13 damage. It is still standing as the missiles just like poof, poof, poof. They kind of like blow pieces of shadow off, and then it reforms into this kind of massive whirling shadow that creates this shape of a man. He's still up. That is your turn.
My turn.
Stanny, he seems to be having some trouble holding himself together at this point as Gregory fires a somewhat lackluster barrage of magic missiles at him. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna just rip on over here. We can do a little flank ski.
Sure, yeah, send it.
I'm gonna do some smacks.
Yeah, you can't flank with UI.
Oh, right. Okay, well, Stanislav is stupid.
Also, he hasn't really been a threat. He flat-handed him for 2 damage.
Shit. Guessing it.
That does hit. No, it's just a
Relics.
big mass of shadow. They're quite large too, because I homebrewed them bigger to make them look cooler on screen. Stanislax. That's yeah. No.
And then second attack.
You named it Stanislax. Jesus Christ.
27.
Yeah, it'll fucking both hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. Oh my god. 7. Okay, it is still able. Okay, it's not. How do you want to? As your first strike comes down with the Stanislax, you manage to cleave through this creature for a sizable amount of damage, but it does just barely manage to reform itself, and it kind of looks at you like, and like you see like shadows just kind of come out of its mouth and form this like add to the cloud going around it, and then you
I just kind of laugh and swing the axe and bring it upwards right through its head.
yeah, and it just and it fades into nothing. You guys cleared with shadow. Just trying to fuck with your guys' strength a little bit, and I only got to mess with UI. Makes me sad.
Bye.
Makes me sad.
Hey,
No today.
I want to immediately, like, after seeing the shadow gone, I want to go, like, look at UI, start, like, like, pulling apart some of the fucking things to see what it did to him.
Yeah, it looks like it just got in there and like rusted some of the joints, so he's not able to function as well, and that's how we're gonna remedy
Gregory.
that.
Oh,
Still got that little mouse.
oh, yeah. Just 1 second, yeah, and I just start like tumbling
Instantaneous.
down the stairs.
Yep.
And yeah, same little guy, just boop. I
However,
made a little thing.
you actually don't get to do that, unfortunately, at this
Uh-huh.
moment, because as Stanislav turns ends, you guys hear, coming from down the hall, as Mr. Maker, you're asking for the little mouse. The mouse is getting ready, pops out of the chest, ready to go. You guys hear the sound of what sounds like armor moving slowly towards you as the sounds of battle and the noise of the magic missiles seems to have drawn the attention of which one was that that just rolled?
Skeletal.
Did you just say Cox?
Oh, good.
I
Which
did.
one was it? Awesome.
Cool. So starting from the top of the initiative order again, you hear something begin making its way towards you from down the hallway. Just the sound of metal armor clanking as something walks away, but it sounds like it's hanging quite loosely on whatever's wearing it as it makes its way towards you. What do you want to do? You thought I was just gonna let you kill some shadows.
I'm gonna kind of try to sneak and like hide behind the like door there to try to get like it by surprise.
Yeah, these doors are currently like partially ajar as well. They have not been closed up, but like you can definitely hide up behind them. Roll me a stealth check.
Okay.
Yep, 21. Sounds good. Next up in the order, Mantuka. You begin hearing again something moving towards you. Sounds like it's wearing armor.
Are the bodies actually in the room as placed?
The dead bodies that are just laying there?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, those are corpses of what appear to be different priests. I also completely forgot to put Jenna's character in that combat, so I'm adding her to the initiative now. Yuck.
I would like to walk up to this priest that I can't click on because it's a little on. And I want to yeet his body at the door to open it fully.
Okay.
But I don't want to piss off a celestial bitch that wasn't there.
Oh yeah, no,
So I
yeah,
wanna-
she just walks through at the end. You guys went in before her at that point. She just missed the one round of combat. So you're gonna eat the body?
If you allow me, yeah, I want to yeet.
I'm not
so I
gonna
can
stop
open up
you.
the
That's
door.
hilarious. Roll me an
I can add
athletics
more
check
of a-
to yeet the body.
All right. Athletics check.
I feel like that's gonna be pretty good.
19.
That's pretty good. So you're all like watching. You hear the sound begin moving towards you. Your celestial companion comes into the room. Sorry, I was taking a moment to say a quick blessing over the departed blacksmith. It looks like you've had an eventful time here. What do you? And you just see Mantuka walk over to this corpse, grab it, and just yeet it at the door. And it flies, kind of like tumbles over itself, hits the wooden door, and bursts open and collapses into the tunnel on the other side with kind of a bit of like a wet smacking sound. Its body's been decaying for a couple weeks at this point, kind of like a as it hits. But it definitely, no, the door is completely ajar now, and you have
And then
definitely
you'll
made a
let me-
fuckload of noise.
Sweet. I'm just gonna move back 5 feet just to give a little more distance from the noise that I just made for
Absolutely.
all those other people.
Sounds good. Gregory, your turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and just open the box and say, "Wait for them to show up." And you just see popping out of the box is just a
God.
little tuning fork that's cracking with electricity. And I'd like to hold a lightning bolt level 5 for when I see anything that's not my friends come through the door.
That's a spoon.
It's a tuning fork.
That's a spoon. I don't care what you tell me.
I
Okay.
love the fact that you didn't even have an actual fork. You just
You just used a spoon.
I was eating soup.
It's
There
fine.
is no spoon.
Oh, good reference. Okay, so this little tuning fork begins floating out of the box, kind of just hovering above it, and you see little crackles of electricity coming off. And you're holding your action, if I'm understanding that correctly.
Holding a level 5 lightning bolt.
So what's the range on that?
That's something.
Like 100 feet.
Never mind. I was just gonna ask, like, when I fucking hid, that was kind of my purpose as well, is to try to like ambush it as it walked through the door. Is that
Yeah.
possible?
Yeah. So I figured that's what you do.
I think it's 120.
Okay, I just
for
wanted
me.
to
I
make
figured
sure
you were
actually
just
get
preparing.
there.
I figured you just said you're preparing to ambush when they come through the
Yeah.
door. I figured you're holding an attack. I just
Okay,
inferred.
cool.
Cool.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, Gregory has the lightning bolt. Next up, we have the first of these two, and they did move up a little bit before that happened. You guys would have heard them from about here. So, they are just going to full tilt. What is the movement on these bad boys? My skeletal knights. 30 feet. Cool. Skeletal. He's going to use his full sprint distance to go to there. And this one will do. It's not his turn yet. Cool. Next up, she's gonna go. She just kind of like gives her fucking shield a whack with the mace and looks around to all of you and going to. No one really took any hits on that, did they? Boo. Yeah, she's gonna do the same. She's going to
UI did, but that's
go stand up by UI, and that'll be her turn, just preparing an action.
Oh, I forgot UI. I'd feel bad.
Stanislav, you also like
That's
yeah,
alright.
yeah.
We'll do it next time.
I am corporate America.
Right. Yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna crouch here. I'm not really gonna hide until I guess it comes around to my turn, but I'm just gonna hold my attacks.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Next up, this guy's gonna go.
The fuck it.
No, he's gonna. We get to go to there. That's gonna be his turn. We're back at the start of the round, Mr. Maker. Still holding your action. For the sake of this one, you guys can hold your shit through the turns until they actually appear. I'm not gonna let you fizzle your spell out over movement issues. So
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm not that much of a dick. Unless anyone is doing anything else, we're just gonna go to the next one's turn. Sound good? Wait, where'd the other one go? The other one disappeared. Where'd he go? He's back now. He's back now. What happened? I didn't mean to do that. He had the higher initiative, did he not? Oh, he was
like
lower.
12, I think. No,
He was later in the round. I don't know what happened there. That's weird. Okay, whatever. Fuck it. Full 20, being weird. Head turn.
If it takes another turn to come around, can I use an action to hide to try and get advantage on the strike?
If another turn comes around, yes. We just ended yours, so we're moving on to this guy's now, right? You can go ahead and roll me a stealth check now if you want to. I just assume everyone's like crowded around the door holding attacks. We're not really like... We're just preparing. This is like a preparation round at this one. Yeah, okay, 21. So 2 of you are stealthing right now. Sound good? Next up, this guy is going to move.
Scanny, up top.
So, Gregory, you see one of these large skeletons clad in very heavy plate armor come just like clattering around the corner, not making any noise. Its jaw just like wordlessly mouthing something, it looks like, just clattering teeth as it kind of runs at you. Are you going to unleash your lightning bolt on that one, or are you going to wait until...
as soon as I see that thing coming around, you see...
Okay, so he gets to there.
Beautiful.
Go ahead.
Just bursting out of the little box is just this little guy here, and he's gonna grab the tuning fork and he's just gonna point it towards him. And yeah, it's a Dex 15 save. And
Dex
because
15.
of spell sculpting, it just you see it kind of zip zaps around everyone.
He saves.
He saves. Okay, so he's gonna
Just
take
barely.
half.
So he meets your save as this lightning bolt kind of like weaves its way through the group towards this creature. It sees it, manages to like get itself kind of just put its weapon before it, and the lightning hits it and kind of absorbs. You see the lightning flash around its form. Not all of it. Shit. That's still real good.
Not bad.
What was that?
15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
That's 19.
Yeah, 19.
That's 19 damage. Shit.
And then I look at him and you did a lot better than the other guy. Tell him that when he goes in, you go in the box.
The tuning fork just kind of like gives you if it could nod at you and then disappears back inside. So everyone's just holding their other shit until the next one goes, correct? That's the plan? Okay, cool. This guy's going to use his whole movement. Whoop. He manages to actually get into the room. Immediately going for the shiny gold... Oh, no, I don't want to move Hell's Corp. I want to fucking... No, whatever. Immediately goes for the shiny golden woman and just launches an attack. But you guys are both holding attack actions at the door. So go ahead and make the attack as this creature comes just lunging this decrepit skeleton.
I'm not technically in range.
You don't have reach. That's true.
Yeah.
Mantuka also not in reach. You're just holding for now. Okay, so he's going to run in. Mr. Maker, you do get one attack.
You know what I'm gonna do.
Yep.
You know me.
I do.
So I'll roll the hit first.
Yep. Because it's a held attack action, you don't get to use your bonus action on this. It's strictly an attack.
Sure. Do I get advantage though, because I'm sneaking?
Yep. Yeah, you just don't get the green flame blade on this one. 26.
Okay.
Jesus. Hits.
We're gonna hit this.
9.
9 slashing.
Okay.
Would I be able to use Arcane Jolt as well?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that as well. That was rough. It's not great.
Oof.
So 11 damage total.
Yep. Oh, that's nasty. Okay. He runs it. You launch the hit, and it connects with him. Does a little bit of damage. He seems to shrug it off
He's
fairly
going a little
easily.
faster than I thought he would.
Yeah, he came in with some momentum. It was his whole action to dash in there, though. So he's just kind of lunge forward at Jenna and not attack this round because he doesn't have any more actions left. Now it's Mr. Maker's turn at the start of the round. We're starting the round off from the top. What do you got?
All right. Well, first and foremost, of course, you know I'm gonna hit my my big green flame blade.
100%.
Well, my green flame blade isn't a bonus action. I just wouldn't have been able to do branding smite on him.
You still have to actively cast it, so you got to choose between casting that or attacking.
Well,
I said you could
the
attack.
thing is,
That's
it's not a
what
cast,
you were allowed to
It
do.
is the melee attack, remember?
Yeah, but it's still an active thing to activate it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna cast first off branding smite,
100%.
and then swing with the green flame blade at
Yep.
him.
All the shit. 26
Maybe
hits.
26.
100%. Yeah, they do have a sizable amount of armor. It looks like they can take some pretty heavy hits, but you're definitely getting through them with 26s. So
And
6, and then the radiant. Got it.
The
13.
radiant damage
69.
24 total.
So 7 plus 24 plus another arcane jolt. Because why the fuck not?
Is it a bonus action or a reaction to do Arcane Jolt?
It's just a feature. Anytime I hit, isn't it?
Damn. Alright, equal to number of times plus your intelligence modifier. Yeah, you're good. Absolutely. Shit. You can also heal with it too. Okay, another 6. Goddamn. So he takes some pretty big hits right off the start. He's not in what I would consider danger range at all at this point. He's kind of just clattering his teeth at you, and you see little bits of rotting flesh still attached to the bones on some places, and he kind of just readies himself for another round. Doesn't seem very able to communicate beyond that.
And because it was a regular old attack, I can also do this bad boy, where I can swing another fucking babe at him.
Yeah,
without
because you got the
green
off,
flame blade.
you got the other side. Yep. You also have multi-attack, don't you?
I do have multiple.
Yeah, so that's what I did. Cool. Another 9 slashing damage. All right. Are you Arcane Jolting one more time?
Yeah, fuck it. Why
You have a
not?
limited number of time per day. Just keep that in mind. I'm just checking.
I know.
Okay. You've used 3, and you have 5 total.
Yep.
Cool. Another 5. Okay, he's starting to, at this point, some of the armor is hanging a little more loosely off. There's, a singed look to some of the bones as your attacks just unleash. The green flame blade flashes this bright green energy, and then the, arcane jolt kind of weaves down your wrist across your weapon and over the blade as you're hitting them and unleashes that electrical jolt. And then on the second strike, it's almost the same coming up the other direction with the back end of your double-bladed scimitar. The
Branding
babe.
smite is also radiant damage if that does anything.
Does not seem to have any extra effects. Definitely seem like a little bit of almost fear, if you could, it kind of pulls back from the radiant damage a little bit, but doesn't seem to have any extra effects on it. Mantuka, you're up. You are currently faced with this one skeleton just ready to unleash a wave of attacks on your party, and you see the one just kind of tucked away behind him that just got lightning bolted. What do you want to do?
So I'm going to run to where I'm currently in the room, and I'm going to make a downward slash, kind of splitting between the two people, because if I go crossways, I could potentially...
Just decapitate your teammate. Yeah. Downward strike.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll your attack.
I will. And I'm going to reckless, because, why not?
Send it.
Just between friends.
Yeah, they can't reach you. That's the benefit of reckless.
20. That's a nat 20. And I've got brutal critical now. So that's another...
There's gonna be a lot of math here.
So are we doing exploding dice? I can't remember.
We haven't switched officially to it. I kind of want to because it would make the rolls much easier.
It's whatever you want.
We've just been doubling dice the whole time because Roll20 rolls dice really stupid.
So I got 15 on the first one. So is that 30 and then I roll one more?
Yeah, so you rolled a 10 times 2.
No, I rolled 15.
15 is with your modifier on there. So you rolled a 10 plus 5. So it's 10 times 2 is 20 plus 5 is 25 plus the rage damage, which is a 3. So 28.
And then brutal critical, so I'll roll one more dice.
Yep.
Would the rage be doubled too?
No, it's not a dice roll.
Oh, okay.
Jesus. 8 plus 3.
Yep.
That is also doubled. So 22. Okay. Holy shit. That was a grand total of 50 some damage on that.
That was just my first attack.
Yep. Add the brutal critical in there too. Cool. He's already like, he's regretting being the first one to walk into this room. Wasn't quite aware how many people were in here. They're not very wise. Yeah, you know, he came in, was not expecting that.
So this
what
one
do
I'm
you
gonna
got?
reverse it up. Or
Okay, so like as it hits the, like you slice hard enough that you hit the ground with your halberd and then just bring it up with the spike kind of into the groin area a little bit. Go ahead and roll your attack. Yeah. This might do it.
Oh, another nat 20. Are you fucking kidding me?
Is that
Nice.
Because I get advantage in recklessing.
Yeah. Oh, I know. That's gonna do it. Depending on how good you roll. Okay, okay. That's not as good. That is not as good, but still brutal critical as well, right?
Yep.
Go ahead and roll that. Oh fuck. So 2, 4 plus 5. 3 is 12. Oh my god.
34 from the brutal critical alone.
Yeah.
Lost.
Yeah, so as you kind of slice down, you hit the floor, and then you bring it back up, kind of driving the spike into the groin and lift, and you lift him up so high that he just hits the roof, and you slice through the rest of the way, and the bones all collapse around you. You guys they have 112 HP, and you guys exceeded that in, like, a round. Wow.
And with that, as Mantu, he's gonna like go down, take a Tim Tebow, do a quick little prayer, and then stand back up because I've got lots of movement left over. Because I didn't move far.
Absolutely, yeah. Now I'd say that's a free action anyway. Just, you know, say a little prayer to Mogus. What do you say? What do you say to Mogus?
Big guy, we've had our problems. Fuck storms. I'll bring you glory and fire.
Okay, I like it. Gregory, you see Mantuka absolutely fucking obliterate one of the stronger things I put in here to be a challenge, but...
Baby Gregory, that's how you don't suck. Take notes.
Hi, taking notes, writing it all down.
Yeah, what are you doing? I want to hit something with these guys. I want to hit one fucking thing, okay? One thing. Let's go. What are you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just hear that rumbling coming down the hall and say, "Give us a second, would you?" Opens the box, and then coming out of the box this time, you just see a little tuft of emo hair, little green guy.
My Chemical Romance comes out of the treasure
My Chemical
chest.
Romance with big red.
Hell's Corp comes out of the treasure chest. Oh fucking no, dude! That's terrible.
As I cast,
Yep.
Entangle.
Oh come on!
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Entangle.
Okay.
It's probably not gonna work though. They're probably hungry.
Go ahead and click that and link it in chat so I can get the exact. What's the
Boop.
size on that? It's 20 feet.
It's
15 feet.
20 feet, or it's 90 feet away. I can cast it, and it's a 20-foot bubble.
It's a bubble. It's a 20-foot square.
20-foot square, 90 feet away.
Okay, so where do you want to put it? So he has to walk through as much of it as humanly possible, I'm guessing?
It's right in that corner there.
Yeah,
And
20
wherever
feet.
it has
You
to
could,
be.
in theory, make it that long.
I'll shorten a little bit and make it like climb the wall a little bit. You know,
Okay.
it's all in that corner. Make it pretty.
Oh god, I need to delete that one. That's in the way now.
So the little guy just starts stomping his feet, and these little vines start whipping out around the guy. And I'm gonna need a DC 16 strength save.
Okay. Oh, I've still put it one too far. There we go. Oops.
Please.
DC 16 strength save. Okay, he has con and wisdom saves, not strength.
Oh.
17. So he succeeds. As you kind of step forward and cast it, you see these vines begin to kind of grow out of the walls, breaking through the grout and the stone, and start grasping at this creature, and it just begins like lifting its feet, clawing at it with its free hand, even slashing at them with its sword. You hear it frustrating, like... You just hear teeth loudly chattering in the fucking distance. Yeah, that was a
At
rough
this
roll.
time, I look at the little guy, and I'm like, this one wasn't your fault. He's just really weird and scary and strong. Jumps back in the box. Yeah, it's just difficult terrain on the ground now.
Okay, so he's half movement.
Yeah,
That sucks.
that's my turn.
Okay. She, the Holy Defender, who saw the Entangle, so doesn't count as difficult terrain for any of your comrades who see it when it's cast, if memory serves, right? Or is that Grasping Vines? I don't know. Either way. She is not wasting any time. She's just gonna fucking go for it. Woo. Actually... No, that's not really like her. She's going to take a step back and leave a little space open and kind of just prepare an attack for it. And kind of let him run into the space. There you go. Stanislav, you're up. No one's really taking any big hits yet, so no point in healing anybody. She's just going to prepare an attack action. You're muted.
My apologies. I'm just gonna step around here and push this door open so that I can get a good clear view at him.
Mantuka handled that with the body he yeeted at the doors.
Oh, right.
The doors are literally like...
Perfect.
There's kind of a fleshy stain on it.
Is Searing Smite on melee?
I believe so.
Yeah, it is.
Imagine a paladin who just used a gun. It's a holy musket.
The sheriff subclass.
I would, yeah. Your vow is to the town, whatever,
The
protecting
law.
the town.
Law.
My
Belongs
allegiance is
to
to
the
the law. Oh,
I'm the
Alright.
law of this here town.
And
Yeah.
I'm just gonna use half my movement because I don't care to just take out a couple of javelins and do a couple yeet yeet.
We're yeeting. All right, go ahead. Yeet those javelins. I just want to hit something. That's it. That's all I want to do.
14 and 27.
Well, the first one misses as you throw it. It just with the kind of longsword you see it hold, it just parries it away while it's kind of distracted by the things, and then the next one just
javelin.
yeah, as it hits it, the other one just flies right over his arm and hits dead center chest. Go ahead and roll your damage on that.
Perfect. That is 7. Good roll. No shitty roll.
Damn it. Okay.
Still 7.
He's the lightning hurt still pretty bad, so he's looking pretty rough. This one's a little beefier looking than the other guy, though. All right, so it's gonna be his turn now.
A good bonus.
Okay.
You should move back so he pushes all the way up towards us.
Yeah, that's. I was just gonna say I'm back right here.
Sweet.
That's it.
He is going to run in and chase you,
Q.
and immediately unleash. It's 3 attacks, so he's gonna go for 2, all 3 on you because you're the one who hit him. He rolls a nat 1.
Sucks.
What's up?
I also want to say one of these attacks is at disadvantage due
Why?
to the steel defender's reaction, which is deflect attack. The defender imposes disadvantage on an attack roll of one creature can see that's within 5 feet of it, provided the attack roll is against a creature other
Okay.
than the defender.
So you have to do that before I declare the attack, since we already rolled that one and it was a nat 1 anyway.
That's
I'm
what
not
I'm
gonna let
saying,
you
one of
waste
the
that.
other two.
So the next attack we're going to do at disadvantage. Sounds good. As you like, as this creature kind of wands and like unleashes a sword attack, you parry it with your shield, and as the next
Also
one coming in,
reaction. Would that
it is
be
a reaction.
before?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with the it's like shield if I already rolled the shit. You know what I mean? Like once I've rolled damage for the shit,
Gotcha.
it's rolled. So, but that kind of rolled it all as one anyway. So I will on the next one disadvantage. It's a 10, so misses that. Strike 2. On the third one, that's
You are
just the
working
24.
overtime.
Ignore the 13. I didn't mean to roll that one twice. 24. That one should hit you, Standing.
What
I
about
miss.
the 19?
The 19 was the disadvantage roll. On the
Oh.
next one, I rolled the 10, and then the
yes,
24.
The 24 certainly hits.
Yeah, no, I
thought-
figured.
Okay.
What?
No, I thought I was. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll talk to you about it later.
You said you used the reaction to do the thing, so we rolled that attack
but
at
I
disadvantage.
thought we had to wait till you rolled the thing for the reaction to take, because that's why you were rolling the things first for me to declare it.
You said
right?
you wanted to do it at that point,
that's
so we
fine,
just did it
that's
for that
fine.
attack.
I'm curious, like for future reference on it.
Yeah, no, if you say you want to do the thing on the next attack, I do it on the next attack.
No, that's fine. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
never mind. That's why I said I would ask later.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't wanna
fine.
Derail.
You're good.
Cool. So I take 13 points of necrotic damage.
Yes, you do.
Ow.
Ooh. You do
Anything
feel kind of a
save I have to
residual, no save, but you do feel some kind of residual effect take hold.
don't
You're not
like
sure what it is exactly. Maybe
don't
you'll
like
see.
it.
Maybe you won't. No save, nothing. The hit, and you just feel not quite corrupted by it, but something feels off as like a lingering effect. You're not sure what it is exactly. You have no way of really knowing in
Like-
character. Out of character, some people might know what this does, but in character, you have no idea what just hit you. However, that is the one attack. So, go ahead, Mr. Maker, you're up.
Okay, I will move right beside it. For flanking, love flanking.
Yep, we
Favorite
do love
thing.
flanking, absolutely.
I like
I am
flanking.
I'm gonna swing. You know,
Shout out planking.
my funny little fella, my funny little green blade.
Yep. Jesus.
And let me just roll it again for posterity.
Yeah. No, so 28's hard to beat. Jesus. Yep. 2 fire.
2. Wouldn't that be 10?
Where does the
That'd
10
be,
come? Where does the 10 come from? I'm curious.
That's plus my That's. Oh no, that's to the second target. What?
You need to
Never
link
mind.
that
I'm
spell
wrong.
in chat
I'm wrong.
for
Yeah,
real.
I'm doing it right now.
That just.
No, why-
I'm just
just play
googling.
it. There we go. I hit the wrong button. Sorry. Let's see.
Oh, and it leaps. Yeah, we've never actually had it leap to another target because you've
Yep.
never had 2 targets standing right next to each other. So that makes sense.
No.
So
Okay,
it's
so
a
2.
2 on the first one. That's
Yeah.
a little sad. Go ahead
That's a
and
little
roll the actual damage for the strike as well. So 10. So 12 total. Are you giving
And
it the jolt?
No, I think that's all I'm gonna
Okay.
do on that one because I don't want to use the bonus attack. I am gonna go ahead and throw on top of that a second attack.
Okay.
That one doesn't go as well.
No,
Let's see.
unfortunately, those
17
are
hit?
nope. Unfortunately, that's a miss. As the first strike lands and the damage kind of manifests on him, he does stumble from it a little bit, and then as the second strike comes down, he just raises the sword and blocks it, and then with his other hand, kind of like pushes the sword out of the way and throws your blade to the side.
Cool. And what I will do now is I will swing with my little fellow.
Offside.
He's gonna.
Your offhand strike. Oh, you mean you? He's gonna give him the fist. Okay, give him the
Wait,
fist
can I
thing.
do my offhand strike as a bonus action along with my double attack?
Yeah. That's the
Oh,
benefit of using a double-bladed weapon is you can do your 2 main attacks and then as a bonus action come up with the other side. That's why monks
Sick.
using staffs
Just
at
don't
24.
have to add your modifier to the bonus action
Exactly.
attack or damage roll.
I think you do because it's not an offhand attack. It's like hitting someone with the back end of a staff.
You need the dual wield.
Nope. That is a bonus action on any double-bladed weapon. Yeah.
So it's another 11 on top of that.
Damn. Okay. He's starting to look rough. He's still standing mostly, but he's begun to take some hits. You kind of come down with the first 2 strikes, kind of mimicking the same pattern, and then on the last one, come up and like drag it up the chest, and is unable to. Goddamn. I don't know why you rolled that one, but that's fine.
Because it was advantage. I've just forgotten.
Oh, posterity's sake. Absolutely. He's still standing. He's not looking good though.
Okay, and then D20 plus a 9.
For you, yep. His strength is lowered by 4. So it's still your attack roll. Never mind.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So D20 plus 9. 19 definitely
19.
hits. Yep.
Okay.
Barely hits actually. But
Cool. And then he's
roll
just
your
gonna roll
D4 damage or whatever the fuck the little hand.
plus PB. So that would
Yeah,
be
proficiency bonus is 4 right now? 5 right now?
force damage.
Okay. 5 points of force damage as the little hand fires out. Thanks for the creep show. Appreciate it.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. That'll be your turn as UI just like retracts his little hand and kind of looks up at this massive skeletal creature around it. Next up is Mantuka. The skeleton does not look to be holding itself together very well. You gather it wasn't expecting a full party of people to be wandering around in here causing trouble.
So right now you're gonna see me and Tuka do something he's never done before.
Sick.
So you see him as he's gonna move in essence to the other point exact same way, but as he does, he's gonna drag his hooves a little and stomp. Drag his hooves a little, stomp as like kind of like a war cadence. As I'm in the zone, bogus, and he's gonna recklessly make 2 more attacks and hope to God we can get some brutal criticals to end.
Roll me a performance check. Just for my sake.
Yes.
Yeah, just for fun. Just for fun.
It's really not a good performance check, but I try really hard. I make up with gusto.
Yeah. So you all watch. To you guys, Mantuka is convulsing, possibly seizing. You're not sure what's going on there. Mantuka,
Put
you
a
put.
wallet in his mouth.
Yeah, no, it's not good for you. Like put a rope in there or something so he doesn't bite his tongue. It's but in your mind, you are doing the war dance of your people, and it is just lost on your uncultured comrades. Okay.
Lost in translation.
As you say,
translation.
Yeah, as you say your little prayer to
Learn that.
Mogus.
but it was the wrong thing.
No, you've learned. He has several tribal dances.
Oh,
He's taught you
okay.
one. He taught it to you wrong, but you learned it perfectly. So you now know the wrong steps to the dance. It's a whole complicated thing. You feel like Mogus is with you. He doesn't give you any additional hype up on that. But as you recklessly attack, you feel the power of your deity, the Lord of Conquering, God of the Minotaurs, is with you. Go ahead and make your attacks at advantage because you're reckless.
Oh my fuck! I mean, frig. Nat 20, baby.
Why did you send? You can
Why'd you
swear
do
on
that
the
to
stream.
I know, I did. I just did, man.
I got so hyped up, I had to
Yeah.
censor myself, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
Adorable.
Roll the
Fuck
damage.
yeah.
I don't even know anymore. It's a fucking...
So that's the first one, not brutal.
Yeah, roll the brutal on that.
Not as good.
Not as good. Not as good. Okay.
But
so
I have another attack. if
You
he's still
do.
Alive.
Mogus be with you. He is. He's barely holding it together. He's kind of got like one hand hanging limply on the side. He's just got his sword. It's kind of like the tip is just on the ground. He's ready to kind of swing it desperately, but this could do it.
So same thing. We're gonna bounce it off the bottom with that amazing, and we're gonna do the old cock shot.
Go cock shots, dude, man. Go for it. At advantage because you're reckless
My
again.
cock shot.
I
Come
didn't
on.
get it again.
Okay,
But
you got the
25.
25. That hits 100%. Go ahead and roll your damage on that.
11 slashing.
That'll do it. Go ahead and describe your kill to me as you dispatch this final opponent.
So as I come up from the the well aimed cock shot, as it like starts.
Beautiful
to
cock
dissipate,
shot.
I run through whatever left of like shadow and like dissipate the shadow.
You just throw. It's the skeleton. You throw the bones all to the side and just
Oh,
appear
yeah.
in front of Mr. Mate or in front of Stanislav as the bones collapse. It's just Mantuka standing
I'm
there,
grinding
glorious and triumphant.
My hooves into the
Still doing his 2 performance roll on the dance. You're not sure what this dance is, but clearly it gave him otherworldly powers of some kind. You have no idea, but it seemed to have
Baby
worked.
Gregory, you need to fight dance.
You do.
I don't even know how to dance.
Joke's on you, neither do I. Try.
Just start
Roll
like,
me a performance check. Yep. Awkwardly trying to step along. Let's go. There's gonna be another thing where it's like
self disadvantage because
I will
I'm
also-
sobbing while I do it.
I will also
Okay.
try to do the seizure dance.
also everyone at disadvantage because he rolled a 2 to show it to you.
I'm too.
Oh, okay. Gregory did not figure out, but he's crying. He's a little sad. Mantuki scared him a little bit. Whereas Stanislav with the 12 is decent, is passable, and a 16 for Mr. Maker. You guys managed to pick up the dance. This is yet another dance from Mantuka that you don't quite fully understand, but you're kind of okay with it because it's kind of glorious in and of itself. And it feels like maybe if you do this dance, the Lord Mogus will be with you. However, at that point, we're going to take a quick 2-minute break because I got to give Chowder his nighttime food and hit the bathroom. He's starting to yell at me. I can literally see him at the on the couch judging me right now. So
Feed me, Papa.
yeah, no,
Feed me.
he's not happy. Praise Mogus. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Thank you,
Meow.
Will, for swinging in. Creepshow for the lurk. Headshot as well. We appreciate you guys. I will be back in a couple minutes. Just gotta feed the cat and hit the bathroom. So we'll be back in 2. Please do stick around. What's up, everyone? We're back. How's it
Hello.
going?
Crit machine's
doing?
back. Urgh.
Crit machine is back. You might need it. I don't know how much longer we're. We'll see. See how we do.
Pretty titties.
Hell's Corp looks like he's falling asleep.
No, I'm alright.
All right. So, you guys dispatch all of the creatures within the shadow creatures going away a little easier than the skeletons did. It seems like they were mostly there intending to ambush someone who came in unawares. They did not anticipate the party lighting up the entire room and ruining their hiding spaces. So, what would we like to do? You guys know there were some zombies shuffling about at somewhere in the vicinity of the other rooms over to the east side of the complex. And you know that the skeletons came from this path to the south.
Let's go to the south, boys.
Yeah, I'll just go to this
Alright.
corner and peek around. See if
I
there's
wanna
anything
keep-
down the hallway.
Roll me a perception check.
Lighting Sconces.
Okay. Yeah, I just assume at this point you're lighting things, so no disadvantage. Unless it's like you're going into him. Yeah. So as you kind of like poke your head around and Mr. Maker comes around, you have just 6. Even in dark vision, technically, in pitch black, you're still at disadvantage. Dark vision just gives you the ability to see
again.
like, yeah, you
Don't
see
worry
like it's
about it. Here.
dim light.
Here.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Nice.
same shit, different pile.
Nice.
Let's go.
Yeah. Because like dark vision just gives you shades of gray, so it still counts as dim light. Unfortunately, when you're in pitch black.
Oh, so nothing, right?
No. As far as you can see, there's nothing. You don't hear anything other than the sounds of dripping water. Mr. Maker comes behind you, lights the sconce, revealing a little bit of the hallway, maybe about 5 more feet ahead of you, and it looks mostly empty at this point. You don't hear anything. You don't see anything. Seems all good.
Looks like
I'm
we
gonna
should've-
light a torch and toss it down the hallway.
Okay. You toss it to the end. It's empty. Doesn't appear. There's another body kind of like impaled on these stairs here.
Impaled?
Yeah, like he's laying there with a spear through his stomach. He's just
I
dead,
thought
and
you
the
meant,
spear
there
is
was a
just...
trap on the stair or something.
No, he's physically been impaled by a spike. Or a spear through the chest.
Poor guy.
Also wearing, seems like he was unarmored completely. He was wearing, like, what looked like priest vestments. Like he had just been leaving temple and had fled down this hallway before he was killed. Based on the way the blood trail goes, it looks like he was crawling up the stairs when he was finally dispatched.
What's to the right of us, golden woman?
That would be where the relics were kept. The grand temple, the large room. That's where the largest battle was fought. We were defeated.
Okay.
That's where it ends, and up that way is the cafeteria and the barracks, where the priests would sleep.
Do you
But-
want us to liberate any of these places for you? So you can rest? Maybe?
At this point, I would appreciate any help clearing out whatever remnants of necromancy remain within the walls, but...
Yeah, we're here to help you do that. We will. We promise.
You've done spectacularly so far. I'm sorry I doubted you.
Thank you.
She was
I don't
talking to
think
me,
she was
baby
talking to
Gregory.
you, Gregory.
You haven't did shit today.
I'm just here to look pretty.
Does not do
No.
the party well to besmirch your companions and look down upon their contributions. You fought very
Oh,
well,
no,
like,
it's
young
true,
we've
turned
one.
had
into a
this
bear.
party dynamic for a while. There are some better things that
Yeah.
Gregory can
That
do.
was a very impressive lightning bolt. I saw that.
Oh, thank you, but
What did you
thank
do
you.
to this poor boy?
He's just
no,
bored.
I
He's not
promise
very
I've
good
been
at
like
talking
this
to
for a
girls.
while.
Fair enough. No judgment.
Don't call CPS, please.
CPS. Yes. So down there is the vaults, the safe, the grand temple where the large ceremonies would be held, and then yes, cafeteria and the kitchens ahead.
Seems like we should go down toward.
I think we should go
Vault.
south, to be honest.
We'll follow you. Know
Yeah.
that whatever is down there is very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Know that we are too.
I have no
Right.
doubts. Okay.
But
You see
why
Mr.
don't
Maker's
you
face just
lead the way?
adjust a little bit.
More than happy to. Don't want to steal any of your thunder. She makes her way down to the door. She kind of just like, which is now you now see is completely ajar and like looks like it was just opened. And you kind of look in. You see 2 bodies lying dead, and what appears to be a area where a scuffle happened. Based on the fact the door was open and kind of where you heard the skeletons coming from, you figure this is where they were stationed guarding this area, and only sprung into action when the commotion was heard above. But there's appears to be a spiral staircase, just that begins to turn downwards into the floor. What's up, Peter?
How long do the bodies look like they've been there? Is it fresh or they've been dead for?
A few weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
All the bodies in here looks like they've been just left dead and rotting for at least 3-4 weeks at this point.
So, Lady Jenna, what can we expect at the bottom of the stairs? What does it look like?
I don't know. I didn't make it that far. We fought above. I unfortunately was fighting at the entrance of the lighthouse. I didn't make it this far in. But I saw what those who survived and made their way out didn't live for long afterwards. Whatever it
What's
was.
down there normally? Like, minus the stuff.
Sacred relics, things that aren't even magical, mundane items that are useful to the faith, and as I said, the right arm of Ropesh.
So, outside of that, do we know, like, where were you when all this shit happened? Like, who came in?
I was fighting above. I have not seen any. Well, the robes haven't changed much since I last saw them. They were members of the Imperium, I know that much. The armor is unmistakable, and it hasn't changed much in the last few hundred years, but they were led by someone in clothing I did not recognize, and I could not see his face. Well, when they first approached the lighthouse, I stood my guard, as I do, and my comrades and I attempted to dissuade them. They would not communicate with us, and before we knew it, an army of undead had fallen upon us. I'd say army, must have been 20 or 30. Bigger force than I was able to handle. And I'm not trying to brag, but I'm quite capable in a fight, and, well, we didn't stand a chance. And once they defeated me, my spirit dissipated and couldn't remanifest for some time. By the time I returned, everyone was dead.
Okay. Well, let's go down
The men that you see lying there, well, they would have been the guards below. So if they came up here, they came from below. Perhaps you should inspect them.
I'll do a check, see what they got on them. See
Roll a medicine check.
medicine check.
Yep.
Oh, I was talking about their physical possessions.
Oh, I mean, if you want to loot them, that's investigation. Absolutely doable as well.
Yeah, that's what
They, unlike the other priests that you found here, these guys were all fully armored, in full kit, ready to go. It seems like they were on guard duty in the temple below when the attack first happened, and they fled out here where they encountered the skeletons and were quite promptly slaughtered. So you do find like a decent set of chainmail on each of them, some fairly basic weapons and holy relics, like the, again, very similar necklace pendant that everyone is wearing at this point. Don't find anything magical or valuable. They did each have a little bit of coin on them, so you find about 15 silver pieces and about 4 gold pieces altogether. That's not exactly what I had in mind, but...
You said check them, I checked them.
Yeah, as you turn the bodies over, you can see like pus-filled boils on their face, this kind of like blackened color spreading through the veins and across the wounds where they were struck. Definitely looks like something very necrotic in nature was doing this. And Stanislav, roll me... I don't know how we do memory. How do we do wisdom or fucking intelligence? Wisdom or intelligence for memory check for me. Go ahead. The vape cloud's really helping the emo vibe.
18.
Maybe a history?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, this is like specifically to remember something that happened in the length of the campaign, though.
Okay, can I keep that?
Yeah, the 18. No, 18's good. You recognize these. Well, you've seen wounds like this before. You've suffered wounds like this before.
Where?
On a particularly life-threatening carriage ride. When you first discovered a book that led to you being cursed. When you fought a great abomination of skeletal remains, magically held together by some kind of necrotic energy. A great mass of bone with sharpened scythes for arms. Very, very familiar wounds. You remember quite well the difficulty you had nursing yourself back to strength after suffering that.
Oh,
Do with
boy.
that what you will.
Well, we're in for a fight, boys.
What makes you say that?
DM, and also, we didn't end up killing it, right? We ran fuck away.
No, you
right?
killed it. Michael, or Axioms, or what was it?
Oh yeah, I remember. We
Romalia.
almost had a TPK.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, like literally before his attack, I'm like, if you don't hit 4 damage, you're probably gonna TPK. Like that was the threshold. I was 7, and
remember.
he hit 8 and just barely dispatched this creature. But you're
I'm
definitely
basically
you don't
just
know if
gonna-
that's exactly what you're coming to expect, but you recognize the work specifically and the wounds it gives is very, very reminiscent of the wounds you've suffered fighting the creatures made by the followers of Ropesh and all their experiments.
So basically, yeah, I'm just gonna give you guys like a very abridged rundown of that, and be like,
Yeah, so go
I
ahead.
don't know if it's exactly the same thing, but if it's those cultist fuckers, then
Fuckers.
something similar or maybe even worse. Probably worse at this point.
Okay.
We need to be extremely careful.
Yeah.
Well, let's sneak down then.
I'll do my careful war dance.
Are you doing
Good
careful
idea,
war
man.
dance right now?
Yeah, and it kind of looks like Michael Jackson doing the moonwalk with my
With your iron hooves.
Like,
Through the fucking stone. Roll me a performance check.
oh, fuck.
Sorry.
I'll take the lead.
All right. 15.
Okay. That's a persuasion. I'm still gonna take it.
Oh, God damn it. Hold
It's
on.
fine. It's a 15 roll.
not.
So unless you have a negative
Not
to
20!
perform,
Not 20! Yes! fucking
I'll take it.
20!
I'll allow it. I'm down with it. You guys see
For now.
from Mantuka what I just pause. I'm even willing to allow that to be your stealth check at this point. What is the most silent dance that has ever been danced, particularly by someone whose hooves were dipped in molten iron as a child, thus giving them their name, Iron Hoof. Stealthily glides across the stone floor using some of the algae that's begun to build up and stuff over the time. And a little bit of the viscera left from the rotting bodies on the floor. But you just make your way over to the stairs. If you want that to be your stealth check, I'm willing to allow it.
I will allow it just because I've been rolling so well tonight. So I
Yep.
will allow
Nope.
your gracious.
You said you wanted to do your stealth dance, so I had you roll
And
performance
twinkle
instead of
toes
twinkle toes. There you go. Okay, so everyone who wants to stealth, Jesus. Okay, Gregory, you stealthing too? Okay. All in all, enough party successes that you guys figure you have successfully stealthed your way. You make your way over to the stairs, the lot of you, all moving quietly. Mantuka, more silent than anyone else, and begin making your way down the stairs. Who is taking the lead at this point? You are? Okay.
This guy.
I'll be right behind him.
Okay.
And then the space chick.
Okay. She'll be next to Mr. Maker. You guys, and then who's after that? Gregory and then Mantuka, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Sure, I'll take the rear guard. Someone's gonna look
Yeah.
up.
You're the one with reach too, right? You can get over everyone's
Yeah.
head. Okay. You begin making your way down
So
the stairs.
twice as tall as baby Gregory.
Yeah, and as you make your way down, you get to the point where it's like now you're shrouded in complete darkness. You've gone far enough into this spiral that the light from the door is gone. So Mr. Maker comes up and lights himself a couple sconces on the way and keeps the torches up and begins lighting it. You weave downward for what you feel is maybe a little longer than you were expecting. Probably travel a good 200 feet down into the stone. It is quite a depth at this point. And on your way down, you see bodies of like decayed corpses that look further decayed than what was here, with like arrows through their necks and like holes in the wall where one has been impaled on spears. And it looks like this area at one point was heavily trapped and very well guarded. And as this army or this small battalion of undead weave their way, just triggering every trap, there's just body after body after body marking the way down. So you know where the traps are to avoid. It's good. And you make your way down, and into finally, you wouldn't know, it's a completely pitch black room at this point, but the stairs kind of come to an end and you reach a flat bit of floor underneath. You feel the stone under your feet, and I'm going to drag us into our last battle map. So again,
Can I have grabbed one of the sconces that?
Okay, so you're gonna carry a torch.
lit?
Okay, so you
Right,
have while
I've
carrying the
also
torch.
still got my torch too.
Okay, so while carrying the torch, you each have 5 feet of bright light and 10 feet of dim light outside of that, I believe, or is it 10 and 10?
Is that doubled because I have dark vision?
No. The light only carries so far. Your dark vision just
I
kicks in
basically-
after that
Providing
distance.
bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
There you go, 40 feet. So you guys are good. As you make your way down, you find just a rectangular room with your torch.
Their door.
I'm going to say if you're stealthing in complete darkness with a torch, that's going to probably would have been at disadvantage on those checks.
I just would have wanted to grab it at the end.
Okay,
Staircase,
that's
just to
fair.
find
It's just
it-
because
just
Hell
to
said
find
he
the
was still
door at the
carrying
bottom.
his whole time. Because like when you're in a completely black room, I don't care how good you roll on stealth if you're holding a light in your hands.
I just
Yeah.
meant I have it with me.
Okay. Hi.
I never
Chowder.
said I picked it up, but I forgot to say that.
Fair. Fair enough. It's just like while you're sneaking. But you do come down into this large kind of rectangular room. Looks like almost like a preparation chamber where people might gather before making their way in. There's some like racks for different people to put their stuff. It looks like they would hold ceremonies here on a fairly regular basis where like outsiders would come and participate in things, or anytime they needed to consecrate an item, this appears where it would be done. But there is a stone door in front of you that has been closed and seemingly sealed shut from this side. Like there are planks of wood that have been wedged into the handles to keep it from opening from this way. And it looks like those guards, when they bolted, they closed these door behind them and locked what was ever in there for good.
Looks like these are just taken care of. We can just go back.
I don't think that's the case. And we're talking very fucking quietly right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're still
definitely.
stealth. I take that into account for your stealth rolls.
I can go in.
Probably.
I feel really good. I feel invigorated by Mogus.
Stealthily
like to
try to
hear big guy.
remove the wood.
Yeah, well,
No problem. You guys rolled high enough.
Get in my
that
pants.
You just kind of slide. And it looks like there were like several different things like
I
wedged
take
in there.
the
There's a couple
planks of wood and
spears.
shove them in Mantuka's pants.
Fair. He's got enough wood in his pants. He doesn't need any more. You pull it out and yeah, manage to unseal the door. It's not like locked up or anything. It's not meant to lock. It just looks like they began barricading it with whatever they could ram into the door handle. Spears, weapons.
Right.
I also want to cast invisible on myself.
Yeah, you guys dropping your torches at this point.
Yes, and extinguishing it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you all find yourself in complete blackness yet again. Except Stanislav. Well, benefit of his invisible is things that can see in the dark still can't see you. But
Yeah, I'm not.
I
I'm
can't
not gonna.
see.
I'm not gonna cast.
okay,
invisible.
so as the torches go out, you're all left in pitch blackness, except for Stanislav, who you just see in shades of gray. So everything's considered dim light. You're all at disadvantage on
Exactly.
attacks, perception checks, everything.
Do we see any sconces like in the?
In the room you're in now?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's two
like,
on either
before
side.
The doors are open.
Yep,
I would
yeah,
like
there's...
both of those before the doors are open.
Okay, so when you open the doors, light's gonna spill out.
Yeah.
Cool. You get two torches lit, and you find again. You're still in this rectangular room. The door is now ready to open. What's everyone doing?
Sorry if it's gonna be like fuck up our stealth, but I feel like us being able to see is probably more
Yeah.
important than sneaky.
You're right.
Mantuka agreed.
Yeah. Do you guys want to just open the door?
Oh yeah.
Okay. We open the door.
Could go wrong.
Oof. I slowly open the door.
What's up? We not yeet all my paintbrushes onto the floor, little buddy. We not do that, please, and thank you.
You're not my real dad. I'll eat all my paint your brushes I want.
No, they're my paintbrushes. I like those. They're important. to
Possession.
me.
9/10 of the law in
What's
Mantukaville.
up, little buddy? How you doing, Chowder? Okay, so you guys, as you light the torches, slide open the doors, and as you do, just like the doors open, revealing a beam of light traveling directly into the room ahead of you, revealing carpeted floor, like thin strips of carpet, very church-like. And you see the beam. It's about like the width of the door at this point, kind of spreads out further into the room, illuminates about 30 feet in 1 second.
Yeah.
The first thing you see as like those doors open is just a pile of corpses, seemingly guarding this door at one point. When whatever broke in and killed everybody, those who could escape did. But there's just a pile of corpses, both like rotting from the last couple weeks and rotting from several years type of decay. So it looks like there was a very pitched battle down here. What was up, Mr. Maker?
I just wanted to ask if there were any like, since there's a beam from the door, are there any like candelabras or chandeliers or anything above us like there were in the other rooms?
You can't see the roof.
Okay.
You don't have dark vision, right? Like the beam goes out, but it's like from the small door, so like the stuff above you, and it only goes out with the torches. You said 20 feet bright, 40 foot dim after that. So like you don't see anything within your vision at this point. At least not within the beam of light.
We're still trying to be a little stealthy at this point, I think. So
Okay.
I'm gonna try to like whisper over to Stanislav. Do you see any like torches or anything around that we could maybe light to make this a little easier?
Let me have a look.
Roll me a
I'm gonna
perception check at disadvantage. Got little kitty. Little Chowder's asleep on my arm. I'm DMing with a cat now. You're all gonna die. I have ultimate power.
$6 trillion.
Roll for eating cat.
Damn.
Roll
Nope.
2. You eat
I
Two.
don't see shit.
cat at fun.
Yeah, you can't see a damn thing. Just different shades of gray. Even the second roll is like not enough. You just see darkness. It's pitch black. You see little bits of color. It's hard to make out anything specific. You don't see any torches. Looking up to the roof, it's out of the range of your dark vision. The roof is high enough you can't even see it.
Okay.
You have 60 feet of dark vision or 40?
60.
Yeah, so the roof is just barely out of your sight.
Does see invisibility work in pitch black, or
Like if you cast see invisibility?
like if I cast see invisibility on myself
Uh,
for the duration, you
You
see
would-
invisible creatures and objects as if they were visible?
It would
Any-
have no effect in pitch darkness.
Okay.
Seeing the
I see
ethereal
the
plane is weird. Yeah, no, but in pitch black you wouldn't be able to see anything anyway. So, yeah, no.
Pass me one of the torches.
All right, I hand him the torch.
I'm gonna take the risk and walk along the wall, the torch, and try and find another anything to light.
Okay, roll me a stealth check at disadvantage because you were in a completely blacked out room
I'm cool with it.
holding a torch.
8.
Yeah, you just begin kind of like looking along the wall trying to find a torch, and you find one. You manage to find one on the wall, and you just like hold the torch to it and light, and it springs to light. And as it does so, illuminating even further, you don't. I need my other arm. Sorry, Chowder. Everyone roll me a perception check. Not at disadvantage because this is hearing based.
Nat 20.
21.
17.
That's a natty, boys.
Natty light.
Pew, 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 pew.
Okay. So everyone above A15, you begin to hear something coming from within the chamber. You hear familiar sounds of moans, groans, feet being dragged across stone. Seems like there's maybe some zombie shuffling about here. What really gets your attention is the clattering of bones as they begin to dance across a stone floor. All kind of, from what you can hear, especially Mr. Maker, you can make this out very clearly. All skittering across. Clittering.
It doesn't
Goddamn.
exist.
It doesn't. Oh yeah, see, there's no monster. It's not here. There's nothing. You hear the sound of bones just clattering against stone. That kind of hollow sound, and it's all beginning to center on one spot. Mr. Maker, as you hear this and the torch lights, you do see now what appears to be a sconce on this wall over here. You wouldn't see one on there, but you could probably imply it does appear like there is a torch, or at least a set of torches going around that pillar.
I would like to light it if I can.
Go ahead, Stanislav, real quick.
I'll drop my last divine sense right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll walk
this
out
room
a
is
little-
so
walk
full
out a
of
little bit.
undead. There is
Okay.
so many undead in this room. So
Okay.
many. And as Mr. Maker, you use your prestidigitation to light the torch on there. It springs even more into light. You begin to see this, like in the dim darkness, the look of shapes beginning to shuffle towards you, just
Also, I wanted to can
moaning as they drag themselves across the floor. Go ahead,
Oh.
Mr. Maker.
I was gonna say I kind of wanted to come out with him. I just forgot to say anything.
Do
Is that
you?
possible?
Do you?
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be around.
Absolutely,
Holy
totally
shit.
fine. We'll say you go out as you're lighting shit. And even that, like, you've fought zombies before. That's not really a worry. As you enter the room now, Mr. Maker, in the light, you do see a large chandelier in the middle of the room, too, kind of hanging low as well. You can light it if you want. You hear that sound of bones still, like, just slowly making its way towards the center part. As you look up to the chandelier above, snap your fingers, illuminating the candles on it, lighting the room. As the light begins to reflect off what looks like panels of glass in some of the corners, kind of like illuminating the room like reflections. You see a mass of bones just bouncing and skittering over the floor towards a central port area behind that altar that you see there. And because the mini is hilarious and makes me laugh.
Oh God, guys, we're gonna get preached to.
You guys are gonna get to see it. You see the bones just begin kind of clattering together, begin massing itself as this massive creature standing easily 10, 15, maybe 20 feet tall at certain times. It's just this massive, writhing body of bones with scythes for arms coming out as weapons, and it just climbs up onto the altar, and you see several different skulls all turn and look towards you all at the same time as the creature
like
notices you.
version of
It is and
we
Stanislav, the one you fought was half this size. It appears like whatever research, whatever experiment was being done on the last one, its creator has finally perfected it, as you are faced with a massive pile, a figure made of pure bone, with just jutting points of broken bones sticking out from all angles as you see other bits of bone clattering towards it and just reforming into the skeleton. It grows big. You look around the room and see all the bones in the vicinity. Even skeletons that were wandering around just begin to like be fallen apart and get sucked into this creature. And you just see towering above the altar, looking down at all of you, all these heads, probably about 10 of them, all transfixed on you. And that's going to be where we call today's session, because it's going to be a long fight.
Damn.
So we'll come back to this next session.
Stanislav says.
As you get, that's a fucking good way to end it off. We're almost 3 hours in.
Within 60 feet, how many undead did I ping? Like 4?
Until they all started getting pulled towards this guy, there was probably about 20.
Oh, but now
and
they're all him.
There are still zombies wandering around that did not get pulled into the mass, but there's much less. It looks like about 6 or 7. And then this massive figure standing over the altar, ready to fight you all. We're all about to die. It's great. I'm so excited for this. I'm so ready. So I want to thank everyone coming to hang out. We need to find someone to raid out on. Who's doing what on Twitch tonight?
God.
Yeah, I mean, like, we could fight it, but it's gonna be a long one. I know Hells is feeling under the weather and stuff. I'd rather just come into this start of next session, do a huge fucking kick-ass fight, and make a whole fucking day of it. So I'm gonna be putting you guys through the ringer for this next one. I hope you guys are ready for this. Yeah, no, this thing is substantially large. Who's doing what?
Don't hate, appreciate.
You what?
Know who's doing mini pain right now?
Okay.
Creep show.
We raided Darling last week, and we're a couple times before that.
I'll just go
Are you gonna?
I mean, I could.
If you do, I can raid you, but you have to do it in the next 2 minutes.
Do you want me to do that?
It's up to you. What are you gonna play? What are you gonna play?
I'll go live.
You gonna go live?
Yeah, I'll go live.
All right, we're gonna raid out on Hell's Corp. What are you playing today, buddy?
I might redo Miles Morales. I know you wanted to see that shit.
I did want to see that shit. I'm gonna go rock some games after, but I'll tune into the stream and watch it on my other monitor.
I might decide to do something else. You never know.
Okay.
Cool,
All right, buddy. Let me know when you're live and we'll raid you out. Girlfriend Simulator. There you go.
Girlfriend Simulator.
All right, everybody.
Stanley Parable.
Like.
I've never fucking played Stanley Parable before, and I bought it on the sale.
Do it. Rock that shit. That'll be a good one. So we're gonna shoot you guys over to Hell as soon as he gets live here. We love you all.
Hydration check before
Thank
we
you.
leave.
There's 3 drops left. We'll see you next week for the exciting conclusion of this little arc that we're doing here. I can't wait for this. I'm excited.
Yeah. All right. Bye, boys. I gotta go set up.
Yep. Is your live screen on?
Not yet. I'm about to set it up.
Cool. All right. We'll just shoot the shit for a couple minutes before we raid you.
Right, I'll be back.
Cool.
Pants
Bye.
shitting fear.
We can talk about my amazing crits. That's pretty
Bruh.
cool.
Those were some pretty
You're not
amazing
20 today.
crits you
Oh,
had there.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
Lord
Yeah,
Jesus.
Jesus crits.
Jesus Christ, there's a lot.
Christ.
Just switch the S and the T.
There were definitely a
Get
lot
rid
of
of-
those.
Get rid of the H.
Absolutely.
Dear Lord and Jesus crits.
Thank you guys for hanging out and getting involved in the session. We appreciate all you guys for like chilling with us and watching the D&D stream. Today was a little chaotic. I think everyone's kind of just out of it at the moment. But this is going to be a pretty fucking killer fight. Except Mantuka. Mantuka was rolling all the good shit. Everyone else rolled like crap.
We need you to continue that next week against
Yes.
Oh, that's
Stone
not gonna
Fucker,
happen.
because
No.
he will fuck us really
Game
hard.
over.
Oh, this is going to be a rough fight for you guys. I can't wait. This is the
Can't believe I
one.
blew my level 5.
This is, yeah. See, when you guys, you want to know why I
I
threw.
still have a level 3 for haste.
That's why I threw
If anyone
shadows and
dies
like
with-
little ghosts at you guys. They drain HP, they drain strength, and you're gonna waste resources on them. And now you guys are in a boss fight with minimal resources. I love
I'm
you
probably
all.
gonna have to spend my last second level spell slot on Shield of Faith so that I can have a revivify in case any of us dies.
Oh my god, yes, please.
That is fair. Why can't I raid? Why
There's
can't I?
Halsey.
Yeah, why can't I raid Hell's Corp? I'm gonna try again.
Raid the Hell's Corp.
Raid the Hell's Corp. Raise the Hell. Okay, so we're gonna go raid out on Hell's. He's one of my players. Go show him some love, everybody. Let him know we sent him over there, as if he didn't know already. We love you guys very much. We'll see you next week. I will be
Tell him
live
he's
tomorrow
got a real
doing
big dick.
some Tuesday morning painting. We changed up the days, so paintings tomorrow. See you guys. Peace.